All right, so welcome to another one for Al Cuerpo Boxing, to the body. So let's get with it. Let's break down some boxing. The first shot here is we're gonna see Bud attack the body with a nice like spear jab. So boom, right to the gut. Now, given our vantage point, we really can't see how effective that impact is, but I want to give Bud benefit of doubt because he's got speed, he's got power, and I think it's fast enough. Even though right now Canelo's on the evasive move backwards to alleviate the sting of that shot, we still got to give Crawford that credit. So of course we know this is the first shot here, and boom, right there we got a nice body shot from Terrence Bud Crawford. And I think this one here is going to be a jab, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, boom. See, there we go. It's another nice jab to the body. Boom. Boom. And we can see it in this fight. We're going to see Canelo. He's going to parry a lot of shots. And Canelo's really good at parrying shots. Anything that goes towards his body, he's usually consistent and efficient on parrying it. And when I mean by efficient, I mean by like him alleviating the sting of those shots. The next shot will be the infamous 1-2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we go. So boom, here we go. Yeah, so Crawford's going to set up like an overhand left. Bang. Or I guess you can call it a jab, but I call it like a semi-cross jab, if you will. And it hits Canelo's guard. And the good thing is that the power is that impactful that it kind of gets Canelo to lose balance on the waist movement going back. So with that being said, even though it's not a clean shot, it's just hitting his guard, I still want to give it to Crawford. That deserves a 1-2. And it looks good to us. It looks good to the judges. It looks good to the fans. So we definitely got to give Crawford that 1-2 here. So boom, boom. There we go. Another body shot, man, by Crawford. And this one is going to be a left cross to the gut. Bang. Bang. Now here, guys, check it out. Now, in our vantage point, it seems like he did hit like the lower elbows of Canelo because Canelo also got good defense in guarding the waist. You know, when his guard, even if his guard is up, he's able to like lower his arms so that way he can alleviate any shots that are coming. In this case, let's say across to the body. But again, guys, nonetheless, we got to give this point to Crawford because it's nice. And I like that Crawford's taking attempts to go to the body. And I'm not going to show all the missed shots, but right now we've got 5 landed for Crawford out of 14 shots, all right? So a total of 14 shots, he landed 5. Now let's go to Canelo, all right? And the funny thing is that even though Canelo, now by the way, guys, in this round, in the very first round, Canelo still, he's nicely pressuring the pace in this fight. You know, we know Canelo likes to start off slow, but at any rate, Canelo in this first round alone, he was about 60 to 65% pressuring ring generalship, okay? And a lot of guys don't understand really ring generalship. That is to the crude point of the art of war, okay? Who's the general in the ring? Who's showing defense? Who's moving who? Who's moving who? Now, again, context is everything, guys. Canelo Alvarez is the undisputed champion at 168. All right, he doesn't have to prove that he's the champion at 168. Look at the guys he's fought at 168, right? And so again, the burden, or I should say the Canelo's a victim of his own circumstance in that since he's a fan-friendly fighter, he has to bring the fight to any challenger. Or even if he's the challenger, he likes to bring the fight. And what I mean by that, by him being the challenger, of course, when he fought Dimitri Bivol at 175, most of that fight, little Canelo was actually walking Bivol down going forward, and you don't really have to do that. But the guy decides to do it, so we got to give Canelo credit in that regard, and that's why, most fans acknowledge that he's going to be in the books as a great in the ring, probably one of the best ever to lace it up for Mexico. So we got to give that context. So again, guys, undisputed champion. He's shown various styles, and in this fight right now, he's starting off slow. We know that. And then it's not even to the first round. Like in this first round, I'll just show the first one that he misses, right? But anyway, the point is that at 1 minute and 30 seconds, Canelo is starting to turn it up now. Now he's going to turn the tables on Crawford. He knows he has to show something for the judges. And then, boom, let's go to the first shot. Bang. I like this one. Let me zoom in on that guy. All right. So in here, we can see that he's going to do like a mean overhand right. Bang! And we can see it kind of jars or rattles Crawford, even his guard. And by the way, Crawford's guard is one of the best guards in the game. He reminds me kind of like a Miguel Cotto, who Miguel Cotto was always defensively responsible on lifting up his guards, though Cotto's style is more like the cross guard and very similar to Crawford. But I know Cotto, he likes to also guard on the outside of the mitt, but using a cross reflex. So he'll go with, let's say, with his left guard covering the right side of his chin, and vice versa. That's the baddest thing from Miguel Cotto. That's the reason why Miguel Cotto for me is one of the greats in my books coming out of Puerto Rico. So, anyways, in this shot, bang, Canelo lands it. It's so impactful that even Andre Ward said, like, damn, that's a great shot by Canelo. Boom. Again, it's an attempt, right? He's bringing the offense. So that's no different than, let's say, if somebody is guarding a jab with a high guard and it like barely grazes. It's the same thing, guys. So you got to give the guy the point for that. So bang, bang. Okay, so the commentary acknowledges it, Ward acknowledges it, and the judges themselves probably acknowledged it, because I'll go later on into how the judges scored the round. But that's the first shot for Canelo. Bang, overhand right with the left hook by Canelo. Bang, bang, bang. Look at that. Even look at the power, though. The great thing about editing and doing time stamps and recording something like, let's say, at I lost my spot here, at 60 frames per second, is that you can get the nuances. It's a lot better than if you were to record at 30 frames per second. So anyways, here, boom, he lands, and you can see it kind of moves Crawford. So he definitely felt that shot, and that's good. That should give Canelo some confidence moving in the earlier rounds on what he needs to do or what's going to be effective for him. But bang, bang, that's the second shot right there. Let's keep it moving. Boom, this is a nice mean cross to the gut. Look at that. Let me zoom in here again. You can see that Crawford, by that power alone, he's kind of like pushed back on it. Oh, here's another overhand right. Bam, it's going to rattle Crawford's guard. Now remember, guys, in offense and entertainment, it's Netflix, and given the judges, given who's even commentating, they're actually acknowledging this. They like it. Ward is actually glazing over Canelo in the first rounds, and he actually likes this shot. And I think more so the reason why they like it is paradoxically because they like how Crawford can take it. They're impressed by Crawford can taking the shots, so they're actually crediting both guys simultaneously. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Those are impactful shots, guys. All right, they're not the best clean ones, but again, it's ring generalship. He's the undisputed champion. He's saying, this is my house. I'm defending the round. And again, Canelo is controlling the ring movement 65% in the first round. So again, that's the benefit of doubt for any judge that's going to give it to either who. Okay, just think about that circumstance, about the empiricals, guys. And then this shot, bang, another body shot by Canelo. Let me zoom in right here. Boom. But again, very good evasiveness, very good movement and footwork by Crawford. And it's so and what I like about these two is that both guys, they know how to control distance on the evasive attacks that they get, or I should say the defense. Why? Because that alleviates the sting or the impact from the opponent. So footwork is very, very crucial, man, in fighting, especially in guys like at this level. Boom. That's nice. Let's keep it going here. See? So right here, Crawford is trying to control the range with his gloves out. You know, trying to kind of like push Canelo outward, but at the same time, he's still going to take a shot on the chest from Canelo. Bang. You can see the impact of Crawford kind of going backward. Kind of loses a bit of balance, but again, Crawford is a G in this fight for taking that type of power from Canelo Alvarez. So I like it. The judges like it. The fans like it. And again, that's what he's proving, right? So boom. So there we have it, guys. That's the first round. It was good. It was 5 out of 14. Crawford had 36%, right? Crawford had about 35% ring generalship. Again, guys, Crawford is the challenger. To be honest with you, more should be expected from the challenger, or at least keep it 50%, on ring generalship, trying to stay in the middle, trying to reset. But again, Canelo knows this is his turf. It's his house. He's the defending champion. He just got really much to prove, except for the Compubox that keeps the fight at an even playing field, man. So then Canelo landed 3 nice body shots. He had 2 overhand rights. He had 1 straight right. And of course, guys, that's 65% ring generalship, man. So Canelo landed 6 out of 11 for a Compubox of 54%. So it's pretty much 36 versus 54. The way to compare that to is which shots you liked more, or which shots do you interpret were more effective, which ones were more impactful. For me, the reason why the judges gave probably, or 2 of them gave them to Crawford, is because they liked that 1-2 that Crawford did, right? But for me, what had me believe that Canelo actually got this round was those 3 body shots, man. Those 3 body shots and those overhand imposing shots that even Andre Ward himself acknowledged and credited. And again, guys, I believe only Max DeLuca Yeah, Max DeLuca was the guy that gave Canelo the first round, whereas Weisfeld and Cheatham, they gave that round to Crawford. So you could, in theory, say that it's a swing round, right? Because either one is But I mean, guys, I like to go by empiricals. I like to go by circumstance. I like context, guys. And believe it or not, man, Weisfeld has about like 9 fights doing Canelo fights, right? Weisfeld also has like 7 fights doing Crawford fights. So these guys, they know their stuff, okay? They know how to differentiate different styles. So that means we can trust a bit of what the judges are thinking or what they're seeing in this fight. But at the same time, guys, and I'll say before in the prologue of this video, in that I think a lot of politics were at play in this fight because I believe they were more pro-American, more biased to Team USA, and I get it. It's nothing new. You know, boxing's never been perfect, so it's really nothing new. And again, it's a fight that was at high stakes. It's Team USA versus Mexico, and that's that. All right, guys, so here we go. This is round 2 now. But again, let's just recap, though, that in round 1, that's the thing that I miss about, commentators like Jim Lampley. Because Jim Lampley would say something like, well, it looks like that round seems to go to, right? And he'll usually say that after the round is finished, or I guess someone else who might have an opinion on it. But again, it's just unfortunate that pro Team USA in this fight, and that was, we've got Andre Ward, we got Kriegel, we've got Mike Cobbinger, and we got Kellerman. What I don't like is that they're just quiet after the round finishes. They're just waiting for, the unofficial score, who this guy they contracted called Skipper Kelp, who's, totally biased to Team USA, or he might be biased to Terence Crawford. But, without a doubt, guys, regardless of the Compubox and the stats that Canelo had a little better than Crawford in round 1. In my opinion, again, circumstance, context matters, guys. Canelo is the undisputed champion at 168. He had 65% ring generalship in round 1, so he was dictating the pace. I get it that he started slow in the second half, but again, you have to show up with the shots, right? Because this is fighting. You have to prove with the stats, with the empiricals. So, given that, for me, the reason why Canelo won the first round was those 3 body shots, those 2 imposing overhand rights that Andre Ward himself acknowledged. He said, man, those are some good shots by Canelo. So pretty much to generalize round 1, we heard more good things from the commentary team about Canelo in round 1. So we know. And including, Max DeLuca. Max DeLuca gave Canelo round 1. So those kind of consistent variables, even though the broadcast team didn't want to say it. I don't know. I mean, by design, they were probably told not to say it, or they were a bit insecure. They're waiting for someone else to announce it. Who knows what the director's telling them, over the headphones on when to say or whatever. But it's obvious without a doubt that Canelo won the first round, in my opinion. I know Crawford had a nice 1-2 in the first round, but that itself is not enough. When you're being evasive and you only have 35% ring generalship in the first round and you're the challenger, for me personally, that's not enough to dethrone the champ in the first round that he's defending his turf, man. So the first round I got to give to Canelo, guys. You prove me wrong. You tell me which shots did you like Canelo. We already went through it in the first 10 minutes of this video, if it's even that right now. But as you can see, I like to show empiricals, guys. And for me, body shots, the more meaningful shots. And again, the judges know both fighters. They've had about 7 to 9 fights that they viewed from both, and I'm talking about Weisfeld. So with that experience alone, we should be able to differentiate what's going to be preferential. Who's the preference going to go towards. And as transparent fans, we need to go by the empiricals and what we see on screen. Okay, so if you're rooting for the underdog in this fight, which would have been Terence Crawford, then I see the ulterior motive. I know, I get it. We heard it from the commentary team, but guys, it's like I want someone to prove me wrong. I want someone to prove Max DeLuca wrong that round 10, the round 1 should have not have gone to Canelo Alvarez, but it should. So, anyways, let's go with round 2 here. Here we go. So this is the first shot by Crawford. A strong short jab. Boom, he hits Canelo right on the chin there. Boom, look at that. Bang, bang, bang. Anyways, let's go. So boom, there we go. Here's another jab from Crawford. Boom, boom, boom. And guys, always look at the times. I have the time they're showing, so you guys can see all the nuances and all the details of the empiricals. Boom, that's a nice one. And then Crawford again is going to follow up with another jab. Bang, look at that. Boom, sneaks it in. Sneaks it in Canelo's guard. Canelo's able to parry it, post after he feels that. But some nice quick jabs from Crawford right there. So let's keep it going here. So in here, I believe it's going to be another jab. Bang. Yeah, look at that. Boom. 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 Nice one from Crawford. Bang. Bang. And again, guys, remember, Canelo has really good head movement too, so he's able to roll back and alleviate that sting in those shots. But nevertheless, you can't be careless and irresponsible for the judges, man. That makes a big difference. But anyways, we're not worried about that because Canelo's going to show up again in round 2. So let's, again, go through Bud's shots. So here, let's see what shot this is. Bang. Here's another jab from Crawford. Bang. Bang. Look at that. See that? Boom. Boom. Goes right through the guard of Canelo. Bang. Canelo felt that. You can see like he's reacting to that. Boom. Boom. All right, let's keep going. All right. Bam. Yeah, look at this nice short. This is like a unexpected right check hook from Crawford. Boom. As Canelo's going to dive dip on that mean body shot. We'll get to that when it's Canelo's turn in the round. But I like this nice short right check hook. Boom. Doesn't really do that much thing. It's more of like a short slap. But it's a nice reflex on a counter from Terrence Bud Crawford. So look at that stance, guys. Crawford has his left guard up, incoming. He thinks Canelo's going to do an overhand right, and he pulls up the guard, but at the same time, he does that check hook, man. Very, very good dynamics from Terrence Bud Crawford. So, guys, you practitioners, watch and learn, man. All right. Oh, yeah. So right here, Crawford's going to do an overhand left. Boom. He's going to rattle Canelo's guard. Boom. Again, guys, that looks good to us. It looks good to the judges, so we got to give that one to Crawford, of course. Bang. Bang. He's going to follow up right here with another short right cross. Bang. Look at that on the guard. So it's 2 vicious guard attacks. It's like Crawford don't care, man. It's going to go through that guard. So he goes boom, and then follows up boom. It's a nice 1-2. Very similar to the first round. Remember the first round, guys? That's exactly the same shot. Boom. Only difference that this time Canelo was a bit more responsible putting up the guard. But again, Crawford's power is able to rattle Canelo off. And then we go all the way here to one of Crawford's last shot. All right, what's Crawford? Oh, here we go. He's going to sneak in a jab there. Boom. Boom. Bang. Look at that. Look how fast it is, guys. I like that. I like that. He goes up. Again, Canelo being a little bit irresponsible in not having a tighter guard. But whatever. As I always say, Canelo is a narcissist, so he kind of likes to arrogantly feel those quick pains or whatever. And again, it's only round 2, guys, so Canelo knows he's not even turning it up just yet. So those were all of Crawford's shots, right? So now let's go to Canelo. Bam. Here we go. So another left hook to the body. Boom. Boom. Look at that power, man. You can see Crawford's body kind of jolts to the side, even though it does get tangled, but it gets jolted. And again, guys, that looks good to the judges. All right. So boom, right there. Canelo hits Crawford. Bang. It's a good power because even Crawford loses just a tad bit off balance. He kind of stumbles onto the ropes there. But guys, again, that looks good to the judges. It's effective. And again, remember, that's how Canelo pretty much dismantled Callum Smith to become champion, his first belt at 168. So out of that context, out of that regard, out of that circumstance, and it's a body shot, of course. Doesn't matter if it's hitting the gloves. It's also the way you react to it. So I guess not everybody can take those type of shots in general and still be composed. So the judges know that, but this one we got to give to Canelo. Bang. Oh, here we go. Another body shot from Canelo. So bang, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so Canelo throws a nice cross down the pipe. Boom, right on the gut. Boom, look at that, man. It just shifts Crawford's body. Bang. Bang. But at the same time, Crawford was able to land that nice check hook. I like it. Boom. But that shot right there was more meaningful in that. Look at that. Crawford now is on the back foot right there. Boom. He stumbles. Boom. So we know that shot kind of hurt Bud, and now Bud's on the evasive. So the judges see that. We see it as fans, and we know Crawford didn't like that. 2 good shots from both guys, and I don't remember if the broadcast team even acknowledged that exchange. Crawford had that nice short right check hook, but Canelo landed that mean body shot. So let's keep it going here, guys. Bang. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Now, it looks like Crawford just barely grazed Canelo right there on the side of it. I mean, I don't know if we want to really count that as a jab. We could count it as they both counter. But again, guys, at the end of the day, in boxing, a body shot, especially this style of body shot, it's going to lean way more towards a jab, man. And that was just a short reflex by Crawford. Look at Crawford right there. Boom. Boom. Oh, look at that nice That nice overhand or that nice straight right. It's actually like a standing cross by Canelo. Bang. Look at that. It hits Crawford. Crawford feels it and he kind of tumbles downward. That's a nice one from Canelo. Anyways, let's keep going, guys. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Yeah, judges like that stuff. Let's look at the quick recap then from round 2. So Crawford landed 6 jabs. Also, Crawford landed a right hook. He landed a right cross, 1 overhand left. And showed the ring generalship, not too much. It was about 30%, but that was Crawford in round 2. And then in Canelo landed 7 of 17 for, a connect rate of 41%. Canelo had 1 jab. He had 5 mean body shots. He had a straight right, and the ring generalship for Canelo in round 2 was 70%, guys. So again, I think guys really need to focus on, if you are a defending champion, right? Or more so, you're an undisputed champion. When you're showing that you have more ring generalship than the challenger, guys, and your Compubox is better, come on, guys. You got to give the benefit of doubt to the champion. And guess what, guys? Guess what? All the judges gave Canelo round 2. So what does that say? So that's why I say, guys, empiricals make a difference. Context makes a difference. And guess what? Again, guys, you heard Ward talk good about Canelo in this round once again, but guys, they're quiet. They're still quiet. They don't want to say, well, that round looks like it should have gone to Canelo. They're quiet. They're waiting for Skipper Kelp, by the director of Netflix, to mention who's going to win in, let's say, the 4th or 3rd round. So that's a bit of a shame for boxing, in that Team USA, they're insecure. They don't want to give the Mexican any credit, or they don't want to say it over the broadcast that Canelo did win, the first 2 rounds. Again, guys, you go by what the judges see, right? And that depends if you want to trust DeLuca, Weisfeld, or Cheatham. If anything, you can always trust Weisfeld in that he has seen more fights from both guys. But again, look at the empiricals, guys. Canelo is winning by Compubox. He's got the more ring generalship. He is matching all of Crawford's shots. Crawford is doing pretty good as far as range with the jab. But again, body shots kind of ruled over jabs, guys. Okay, and if you want to debate of that being preferential, let's make it a debate. But again, I'm showing you empiricals. All right, guys. So here we go in round 3. So first jab again by Crawford. I was going to say the first shot, but I just said jab. Right? Boom. Look at that. Crawford catches Canelo right there. Boom. Nice jab. Let's keep it going. Bang. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Boom. Nice body shot from Crawford. Boom. Right on the gut. All right, so let's keep it going here. So Crawford's going to kind of like feint, set up a fast left, but it's really to set up his right hook here. Boom, look at that. Boom, right on the guard. And it looks like he just hits him on the ear, which is nice and effective. Canelo's gonna feel that shot. And again, it looks good to the judges, looks good to us, and I like to look at Crawford's movement as he evades out. Boom, nice footwork. Boom, look at that nice pivot. Boom, boom. Let's keep it going. Here we go, a nice jab from Crawford. Did Crawford land in this shot? It seems to me he did. I want to give Crawford benefit of doubt that he landed. See, like right there? Ricocheting, and I think that's what we saw with Canelo's head right here. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Another nice jab. Look at that. Boom. But let's go to again right here. Then Crawford also counters. Boom. That's a nice, like, strong, kind of like a looping jab on Canelo's ear once again. Is able to hit him. And again, guys, that looks good to the judges. 2 shots are here. Bang. Bang. Ooh, another nice jab from Crawford. See that? Boom. Right there. Look at that. And again, guys, when you guys watch the full fight, even though you're seeing all these jabs, I would say 80% of the jabs are more of like, like scratching jabs, if you will. Just because Canelo has good head movement, he can like roll back on a jab, on an incoming jab, so he can alleviate the sting on that. But again, guys, it's the point system, and let's give benefit of doubt to both of these great fighters. So we're going to count them. So boom, another nice body jab from Crawford. Bang, right through Canelo's guard. Boom, I like that. Look at that. And you can see it hits Canelo a bit. And again, guys, that looks good to the judges, so we got to give that one to Crawford as well. Boom, another nice body shot from Crawford. Look at that. Boom, right down the pipe. Boom. He tries to parry, but a little too late. Boom, boom. Nice body shot from Crawford. Let's keep it going. Okay, so you can see in this sequence, Canelo's going to go to the body. He hits him, boom. But then Crawford follows up with like a mean left cross. A nice counter. Bang! Canelo feels that. Canelo goes on the evasive. All right, I think the last shot from Crawford. Boom. He caught Canelo there. Boom, boom, boom. So that's that. That's what we have for Crawford. Now let's go to Canelo. So Canelo does like a mean overhand. Bam, right on Crawford's guard. But as you can see, man, this shot is so like impactful that Crawford loses balance. He goes on the back. Boom. And again, guys, this looks good to the judges. It looks good to the fans because all it's proving is it's showing imposing power from the defending champion right here. Nice speed from both of these guys. But anyways, that's Canelo's right there. Let's keep it going. Bang. Right through Crawford's guard. The same way Crawford does it to Canelo, he was able to do it in return. Boom, boom, boom. Now, it does graze Crawford more on the back, right? But we can see that Crawford does a good work in covering that area with his right arm, you know. He's that fast. Look how quick he is. Look how fast Crawford is. But you know, as a matter of fact, Canelo could hurt himself. Most practitioners, if you do shots like this, man, you're going to really hurt the wrist, man. Look at that. You know, not the best, but again, guys, that looks good to the judges. And from their vantage point, that shot looks like it was effective, if anything. So that's another body shot from Canelo. Look at that. Another nice body shot from Canelo from long range. Boom, boom. All right, and then Crawford feels that. He goes on the evasive. Again, good footwork from Crawford, but that's a nice body shot from Canelo from long range. Another nice jab from Canelo. Look at that. You reach, I teach. Look at that. You can see, obviously, Canelo's jab is a lot stronger than Bud's. Let's go to this one right here. Then Canelo lands a mean body shot to the dead center. I'm actually very impressed by Crawford. He could take that power. But again, nevertheless, guys, it's about the point system. So to the judges' eyes, you know, they're reacting. They're seeing that Canelo's landing, regardless if Crawford's like, you know, whatever good poker face he has, we got to count those points, guys. So, bam, that's a badass body shot down the pipe right there. Bang. Look at that, man. Look at that shot. It's so good. Even Crawford that shot rattles him down to the ropes. This is like a nice slap left hook from Canelo. Bang. Look at that. Again, guys, to the judges, that looks good. But again, this is a post-fight Compubox. So post-fight Compubox is more accurate. It's more real than the live Compubox because the live Compubox has too much margin of error. Like, too much. And, you know, fair play to Compubox. That's a very hard job to do. You know, you can't hate on it. But it's not like basketball and NFL where those instances are more finite, right? There's more finite scoring, more finite point system. And those type of sports are like including baseball, whatever. So boxing is very dynamic and it's more special to us in that the margin of error is crazy when you're doing real-time stats or Compubox, right? And it's just so many punches being thrown, the speed. You can't blame guys if they're not getting the Compubox right. But that's what I'm here for, man, because you know these are supposed to be primers for the future for you practitioners. Watch and learn from the greats here. So anyways, right here, Canelo's going to land the left body shot. Bang. You know, Crawford misses there, but whatever. We're not counting missing shots in this video. Bang. Bang. All right. So Canelo's going to go on a straight right, down on the guard. Boom. Crawford nicely does it, but... And the funny thing is that I could even give Canelo this jab because it actually flicks Crawford's head. You can see that, right? But it's more of like a feinting type of like 1-2 setup. But we got to give that. I mean, the judges are seeing that. They're seeing that Canelo's overextending to get that, if you want to include it as a jab. But in this 1-2, this is nice. The judges like it. So bang, bang. Look at that. Now all the power has Crawford move back. Boom, boom. That's a point, guys. That's really good, effective, aggressive on the offense. And again, guys, this is Canelo's house, man. He's defending it. He's defending round 3 nicely. So, boom, we got to give this one to Canelo. What do you know? Another body shot. So, right here, bang, bang. And I like these kind of like short check hooks that Crawford tries to attempt when Canelo does the body shot. But, like, look at this. Look at this really, really good ring IQ from both of these guys. Now, Crawford knows that he can do a sneak in, like a kind of a soft right check hook. But as he sees that body shot coming, he wants to retract really quick and go on defense. See that? He's like, nah, better yet, I'd rather not go for this jab, this quick, right check hook, if you want to call it that. Not that it would even do anything. But look at that. Crawford goes on the defensive move. He wants to pull back his arm. Boom. And he's so smart to do that too, because had it been really, really clean, I think that would have really hurt Crawford. And again, these shots are so impactful that Crawford's whole body, look at this. Boom. Ooh. Bang. Crawford felt that one, man. Look at that. Bang. That's a torpedo anchor shot down the pipe. Bang. Again, guys, judges see that, they like it, and let me guess, Crawford's gonna probably shake his head here, yeah? Yeah, see, he shakes his head. Usually when Crawford shakes his head, that's when he's acknowledging that that was a hard shot. So, poker face or not, we know it's landing, and again, that's the empiricals. So again, guys, that was round 3 from Canelo and Crawford, and let's go review the stats here. So Crawford in round 3, he landed 7 jabs. He had 3 body shots. He had 1 right hook, 1 left cross. And Crawford, the challenger, his ring generalship was only about 35% in this fight. Now, guys, in this, you can trust me. You can zoom in and out, or I should say you can scrub in it. But Canelo was, again, the aggressor, the ring generalship. He owned round 3, 65%. And as far as Canelo stats, Canelo had 2 jabs, 1 left hook, and 6 body shots, and 1 overhand right, and a straight right too. But again, Canelo had 11 of 19 for 58%, and Crawford landed 12 of 24 for 50%. So again, guys, even though we want to compare the Compubox, even if you want to say it's 50-50 as far as Compubox, we got to go by the style of shots. So for me, the body shots again, and the ring generalship, the defending champion took round 3 again. And guess what? Guess who gave round 3 to Canelo? Steve Weisfield. Steve Weisfield, who has more experience from many of these judges, watching 9 fights from Canelo and 7 fights from Crawford. So again, he gave round 3 to Canelo, where the others 2 gave it to Crawford. So again, it's preference, but for me, the defending champion, the circumstances, he did enough to get this round. So again, we've already got 3 rounds to Canelo. The commentary team are quiet. We know why. It's Team USA, baby. I get it. I get the bias. And don't wait. We're gonna wait for Skipper Kelp to announce his scorecard, because unfortunately Andre Ward and Kellerman and Cobbinger, they're all insecure to really say who's winning the round, unfortunately. But that's not how it should be. Come on, guys, it's commentary. You got to give the fans at least some opinion about who won the round, right? All right, guys, so let's go now, starting round 4. And let me give you some factual circumstance. In this round, they actually turn it up a bit more. Their output is going to about double. In this round, Crawford's going to do 22 out of 38 for a 50% connect rate. And then Canelo's going to do 18 out of 27 shots for a connect rate of 66%. All right, so I'll give you a little bit of foreshadowing in that. But they turn it up in round 4. So let's go right here. The first shot, boom. Again, another jab from Crawford. Boom. Boom. I like that. I like that shot from Crawford. Another jab. Boom. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Not the hardest, but again, guys, it's the sweet science, and we got to give Crawford the credit of these fast jabs that is able to rip through Canelo's guard, and I like it. Boom. Look at that. Another jab, man. Another jab. Look at that. Bang. Let's keep it going. Boom. Okay, so I like this one because, again, this is more inside body work, and even though it hits Canelo on the right side of the shoulder, or I guess even on the neck, maybe, I guess let's say call it the neck, right? To the judges, that looks good, because right now it's starting to be more of like a messy inside fight as far as their stance, and of course we got to give that to Crawford, man. Boom, look at that. Even though it grazes him, but I still want to give it to Crawford. If I'm wrong, if you guys say, nah, you shouldn't, but see how it ricochets off his shoulder? It goes bang right there. Bang. Now, technically, it's a landed shot. Obviously, it doesn't do much to Canelo, but let's say to the judges it looks good, so I want to give this one to Crawford, guys. I like this work, and I like risk-taking. I like attempts. Boom. All right, so, ooh, nice jab right there. Bam. See that? Right there. Bang. Boom. Look at another jab, too. Boom. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Now, again, some of you might say, well, no, that really just hit the guard. But again, guys, to me, I don't know. To be honest, and forgive me for some of the Crawford fans that love this video, or even maybe the Canelo. I don't know how you would interpret this, but to be honest, in this video, I want to give Crawford benefit of doubt for most of the jabs. And I want to help Crawford out as much as I can in the Compubox, to be honest. And a lot, because you guys know that Canelo's a narcissist. He likes to take a lot of shots, even if they are like soft jabs, because he can do it. He can parry shots with his guard. But in this case, it's consistent from both guys. So I just want to give this kind of like, I don't know, we can call it a scratch jab, if you will. But, if you guys say, nah, Cuerpo, you should not have counted that, well, I apologize, but I want to give Crawford benefit of doubt that to the judges, it looks good. All right. And that's why, guys, I say shoe shining. Guys, that's why I say shoe shining. For those of you that said it before, this is what it is, guys. Okay? Now it's all, do we want to credit that? I don't know. That's up to you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And like I said, I want to give Crawford as much benefit of doubt, and I want to help him out in the Compubox, right, for the jabs. So anyways, I'm going to give that one to Crawford. Let's keep it rolling. Boom, look at that. Bam. It's not that effective, but again, guys, to the judges, that looks good. And I like guys taking attempts, man. So bang. He's going to follow up right here. Bang. Look at that. Boom. Look at that right there. He lands just barely on Canelo's elbow, but that's a body shot, guys. That's a body shot. To me, these two right here, boom, boom, those are body shots. Now, some of you might say, nah, Cuerpo, again, don't count these. They're just like, scratches. It's shoe shining. But guys, that's not how the judges are seeing it. That's not how fans are seeing it. And let's be a bit transparent. We should include it. That's just me. So let's keep it going, guys. There's some nice stuff from Crawford. Now let's go to this shot right here. Ooh, a nice jab again from Crawford. All right, so right here, Crawford's going to do it like a nice uppercut, like a left uppercut. Let me zoom in here for a bit. Bang, bam, and he rattles Canelo's guard. He does hit his glove, and luckily Canelo does have his glove there, because it would have been a bit more messy as far as Canelo's balance. But again, guys, that looks good to the judges. I like it. You should like it. The fans like it, and it's becoming a fight. Bang. So again, in round 4, these guys turned it up, and then Crawford follows up again quickly. Look at he sets up a fake right just to set up the second one. Bang. Look at our looping left. Bang, 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 bang. Let's keep it going here. And then Crawford does kind of like, well, this one is like a glazing uppercut. It doesn't get anything. It's only his glove. It may not be clean, but I like it, guys. I like it. So in this sequence, we get a bang, bang, maybe even this bang and bang. Guys, that looks good to the judges. That looks good. I like it, so I'm going to give it to Crawford. And then look at Crawford again, just follows up with a right. Boom. Now this one kind of like just slides off the gloves. Boom. But again, Canelo goes off balance. So the judges are thinking, damn, he was able to hurt Canelo. I mean, I don't know if I want to say hurt. But when guys become off balance or the bodies look staggered, we got to give that points, man. Boom. So in this whole sequence, bang, 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 bang. Beautiful stuff from Terrence Crawford, man. We got to give those to Crawford. I think I gave 4 out of those to Crawford in that instance. But good stuff from Bud, man. It's better than seeing shoe shining jabs, right? Because we got to give, Bud so many points in this fight for shoe shining jabs. But whatever. It's part of the game. It's part of the sweet science. And we all get to interpret if it's really effective or hurt in that. So, boom. Look at this other. He sneaks in a jab. Bang. Yeah, I like this one too. It's a bit sloppy of a jab, but guys, we got to give Crawford credit. Boom. Look at that. He grazes Canelo a bit. All right. It doesn't really do much, but again, guys, to the judges, what we see is Canelo's looking off balance. His head looks like it's moved. So the judge are like, damn, you know what? He actually touched Canelo on that one. And I want to give Crawford that point right there. Bang. Bang. Look at that nice cross. Left cross from Crawford. Boom. Bang, bang. So we see that, of course. Judges see it. Fans see it. We all like it. Bang. That's a nice shot from Crawford. Yeah, Crawford lands another jab right there. Boom. Look at that. Bang. Bang. So I want to give this one to Crawford. A little grazing jab. Boom. And again, guys, forgive me, but I want to give Crawford every help of any type of jab because I want to boost Crawford's Compubox in this. All right? I want to help him out, really. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not even being petty with that. But, okay, so let's go here. He's parrying it. Judges know that he's parrying it. But I want to say that Crawford did sneak that little jab in there. Boom. So let's give that one to Crawford. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Another jab from Crawford. Bang. Look at that. Bang. Ooh, look at this looping left. Bang. Bang. That's a nice overhand left. I'm going to give that one to Crawford. Okay, guys. Boom. Sneaks that in. Boom. Boom. Yeah, nice stuff. Keep it going. Look at that. He snuck in another jab in Canelo's guard. Boom. Boom. And I'm sure, guys, in the rematch, Canelo will make all the adjustments on how to prepare for a rematch. I'm more than sure. Hopefully we get the rematch. I think there should be a rematch, and I'll reserve who won this fight later on. All right, so those are all of Crawford's shots. Now let's go to Canelo Alvarez, who turns it up also in round 4. All right, guys, so... Oh, what do you know? It's another body shot from Canelo. So the first shot from Canelo, boom, left. Bang, boom. But again, right now, that's one for Canelo. Let's keep it going. This body shot, too, even from our vantage point, but I can see that Crawford he touches the ropes after that impact, so it kind of pushes him back. Boom, look at that. See, right there, he's touching the ropes. So we know that impact. Bang, 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 right there. Boom, nice. So again, guys, to the judges, this looks good. He was able to rattle him with that left hook. Boom, bam. I think it hits him like on the right side of Crawford's ear. That would hurt, but whatever. It's a little poor defense from Crawford. He should have raised the right glove a bit more. But whatever. It looks good to Canelo. He's going to get that. The judges like it. And then Canelo tries to follow up with a mean right. Bam. Look at that, guys. That's a nice straight right down the pipe. It's kind of like one of those Majmov type of shots. Or it might even be like the one that he sparked Khan in, right? in the Khan fight. That was a lighter Canelo, of course, but I think Crawford, as he's leaning back, he's able to alleviate that power. So good stuff from both guys in the range in this sequence here. Bang, bang. So Crawford felt that, man. The judges like it. Let's keep it going. Bam, bam, bam. The judges like it. I like it. We got to give that one to Canelo. Let's keep it going, guys. Crawford's on the retreat. He's on the retreat. Okay, so then look at that. Ooh, right here. Canelo does another mean overhand right. I think, yeah. Bam. And I love that guard by Crawford, man. Crawford's got a really good, responsible guard. Boom. But that impact, again, is so vicious that the judges see it. Boom. That's that offensive aggression, that efficient offensive aggression in the ring generalship. Again, guys, Canelo is following Crawford again, guys. And I'll tell you guys, in this round, the ring generalship is 75% Canelo, guys. So whatever. We're seeing it. We're seeing the empiricals. Boom. Timeline. Go ahead and zoom in. Bam. Ooh, look at this body shot from Canelo. Boom. Bing, bing. Let's keep it going, guys. Nice body shot. Look at that. Crawford feels that. He reacts. He tucks down. He thinks Canelo's going to probably shoot something with his right. But bam, bam, bam. All right. Let's keep it going, guys. Boom. Boom. Guys, the judges like it. He's imposing that crazy offense. I know it seems blocked, but guys, Crawford does himself a disservice being off balance and just like pivoting out. They did tangle there a bit. But again, guys, the judges aren't seeing that. They're just seeing like the effective aggression. All right, boom. So look at this nice jab from Canelo. Bam. Bam. Let's keep it going, guys. Oof, man, I got a lot of shots here from Canelo, as I can see on the timeline. Yeah, man, we're about halfway there, guys. Bam, look at that body shot from Canelo. Boom, down the pipe. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Keep it going. Look at Crawford felt that, man. He sticks out his tongue. For me, Canelo was able to slip a little left slap on the body. Boom, bang, bam. Look at even Crawford, man. His body kind of shifts forward when he feels that. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Let's keep it going, guys. Here's another Majmov type of shot. Bam, look at that. All right, let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. I'm telling you, man, look at all these badass shots compared to Crawford's jabs. Again, it's all preference, bias. We know what time it is, man, on Netflix on this thing. Judges see it. We see it. Bam, bam. There we go. Fans like it. Crawford's on the back foot. Okay, we can see what's up. Damn, man. Crawford's got a chin, man. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. Come on, guys. We know what time it is. We got to give that one to Canelo again. Let's keep it going. Boom. Look at this body shot. Let me zoom in on that guy. Bam, bam. There we go. I like this one too. Look at this mean jab. This is like a power jab, man. Look at Canelo's stance. So he goes right through Crawford's guard. Boom. And Crawford moves back. Look at that. All that power from a jab, guys. Bang. Bang. He moves Crawford's body. Bam. Crawford gets out of balance. He goes. Look at Bud shakes his head right there. He's like, nah, that didn't hurt. Okay, well, it doesn't matter if it didn't hurt or not. That's a nice points right there. This round was kind of a turnaround from both guys. Canelo blatantly landed the hardest punches in this fight. Let's keep it a preference if you guys want to debate who landed the better punches. But let's review again the Compubox. Round 4, Crawford 22 out of 38 for a 58% connect rate. And then Canelo, he has 18 out of 27 for a 66% connect rate, all right? Crawford had 13 jabs. He had 3 left hooks, 1 right hook, 1 body shot, 1 left cross, 1 overhand left, 1 uppercut, and 1 straight left. And the ring generalship from Crawford is only 25%, guys. So now let's go to Canelo. Canelo has 2 jabs, 1 left hook, 7 body shots, 2 right crosses, 4 straight rights, 2 overhands, and again, guys, 75% ring generalship. So again, I mean, maybe you guys want to say that's a swing round, right? You want to say it's a swing round if they balance out, but guess what? The judges didn't give round 4 to Canelo. In my opinion, that was all strategic from Netflix. They didn't want to give that round to Canelo. So again, guys, right now I've got 4 rounds to Canelo sweeping it out. All right. If you want to say my margin of error is, let's say, 2 swing rounds so far in 4 rounds, all right, we can debate that, guys. But again, Let's keep the transparency. For me, and we're not even at round 5 yet, for me, Canelo, the undisputed defending champion with more ring generalship, about 65% more ring generalship in general on average over Crawford, and he has the better Compubox. He has the better power shots, guys. Again, these 4 rounds, and nobody's saying anything. Why? Because, again, it's pro Team USA over Mexico. All right, so here we go. This is round 5. I'm going to start off with Crawford again. Let's go to the first shot. Oh, yeah. So there we go. It's a nice jab right there by Crawford. Second shot. Bang, right there. It's a nice jab from Crawford. Right there. Look at that. That's a hard one to call, to be honest. But, I mean, to me, for some reason, I want to give that to Crawford, that jab. Anyways, I will. We'll see in the end. But let's keep going. All right, so here we go. Another one here. Oh, yeah. So this one, Canelo's coming in with a rising hook. And then Crawford has that nice uppercut counter right here. Bang, right there. Right on the ear. All right. And then in the second shot, Crawford comes back with another rising uppercut with the left. Damn, that's pretty good. So we got one right uppercut and then one left uppercut. Really, really good combination from Crawford right here. Bang, bang. It's a nice jab from Crawford. He's able to sneak it in there. Sneak within Canelo's guard. I'm counting it, guys. There we go. It's another jab, as you can see. He cracks through the guard. It's a nice jab from Crawford. Right there. And Crawford comes in it's kind of like a cross jab, but it bangs Canelo right there. All right, and I think this is the last one from Crawford. Yeah. From our vantage point, it doesn't seem like it does us justice, but I want to count it as an uppercut. To the judge's eyes, it's going to look good as a point. Rising uppercut. All right, so now let's go to Canelo, round 5. It's kind of like it's a strong left on Crawford's guard, man, but he rattles Crawford. And again, guys, to the judges, that's what counts. All right, so here we go on the second one from Canelo. Boom, that's a nice jab. Look at that, bang. Bang. Yeah, that's a good body shot. That's Crawford going. Here Canelo throws a left. It's a pretty good left hook on Crawford, on the back of Crawford's head there. I mean, that's technically not right, but all right. Here's a nice jab from Canelo. Bang, Canelo. Okay, so Canelo sets up a fake upstairs. He leaps it. He actually grazes Crawford a bit there, but whatever. He fakes it upstairs and then it goes down. Bang. Down right there. It's a good shot, man. Look, I think Crawford felt that too because he quickly retracts the arm inward. I don't know if it hurt or it's the defensive reflex, but whatever. That's a good shot from Canelo right there. Good body shot. Yeah, I'm assuming this one's another winging overhand. Bang. There you go. With that left hand, but still, man, to the judge's eyes, that's a good shot. And I guess right here, because Canelo shows good defense on that pullback there, maybe the judges like that as well from Canelo. So Canelo lands an overhand and then he dips back with some defense right there of his own. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep it going. That was a good one from Canelo. And right there, Crawford's already on the evasive flee. So to the judge's eyes, right there, that's effective from Canelo. That's that ring generalship as he's another body shot from Canelo. Bang, boom, right there, boom. It's good stuff. Let's see. I guess the last one here. All right, last one here. Okay, so he throws kind of like a lazy jab there. I should say lazy because he hasn't been doing it as of late, but he caught him with a jab right there. Bang. All right, that's it for Canelo. Let me see. Yeah, those are all it. So let's do a quick recap. As far as the judges, man, Cheatham gave that one to Canelo. DeLuca gave that one to Canelo, but Weisfeld actually gave it to Crawford. But let's go. In round 5, Crawford had 9 out of 27 shots for a stat of 33%. Crawford landed 5 jabs, 3 uppercuts, 1 left cross. So about just that though, and his the ring generalship, he had about like 40 to 45% coverage. So obviously I think Canelo owned that round. I guess that's how we saw it. That's how the judges are seeing it. So that's as transparent as I could say it objectively. And then as far as Canelo had 10 of 17 with a 59% effective rate. He had 3 jabs, 2 left hooks, 4 body shots, and 1 right overhand. So, and you guys saw the round. I mean, he pretty much, Canelo, he had the ring generalship in this round, you know? I guess that's what the judges liked overall. All right, so let's go ahead and start round 6 here. So the first one is this one landed right here. It's kind of like a short hook. Boom, but once again, it rattles Canelo's guard. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, here we go. More of a wide left from Crawford. Let's see where that lands. I think it lands, I guess, right arm. Boom. And that, again, looks good to the judges, guys. So let's go ahead and give that shot to Crawford. I like this nice short left cross. Bang. Again, that looks good to the judges. We got to give that one to Crawford. And then Crawford follows up with another left. Ooh, nice left there. And that rattles Canelo's guard again. Again, that looks good. That looks good to the judges. All right, I like this. It's a nice hook to the body. Nice right hook. Boom, right there. Boom. All right, let's take that. Let's go on to the next one from Crawford. Let's see. I want to call this a check cross. So he's baiting Canelo more towards the rope, or he's just on the evasive flea. But boom, Canelo lunges in, and he gets caught with that nice cross by Crawford. So again, we're gonna give that one to Crawford. Looks good to us. Looks good to the judges. Let's go ahead and move on. Yeah, I like these uppercuts that Crawford did in this fight, especially on the inside, of course. But boom, yeah. And again, Crawford amazes me in this fight that he can always sneak that jab in between Canelo's guard. Looks like a nice shot to the body. Back. Nice jab to the body. Boom. Boom. Now, what I like about Crawford in this fight, at least he's consistent with those jabs to the body. Whereas Canelo is more consistent with like left power punches to the body. Usually that left hook. But again, it's all preference. It's what looks good to us, what looks good to the judges. They both get points in those instances, but of course, it's usually the power punches what's going to give more damage as far as context, right? So each to their own, but again, this looks good from Crawford. Let's move on. Let's take that. Yeah. Not much damage, but we got to give those points to Crawford on that. I like it. He's executing. He's taking initiative to get the points. And like I said before, the way to beat Canelo, compared to all the opponents of the past, is dedicate to body attacks. And that's what Crawford did. So let's go ahead and see this one. This one's going to probably be a jab. Yep, another jab right through the guard. Pop. Pop. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's keep it going. And here we got, it's another nice body jab from Crawford down the pipe. Let me go ahead and look at this. Let me zoom in. Boom. Yeah, it's a nice cross, actually. That's more of a cross than a jab. But it's a nice cross down the center with the left. Boom. Yeah. I like this one, too. You can see the power on that because Canelo kind of pushes back. It's a little bit off balance. So that's a nice one from Crawford. Let's go ahead and give Crawford that one. Pop. Yeah. This is a nice quick jab, too. It's actually more, the technique is more of a cross. You can see, Bud, his whole body arcs with the X over, crosses over, boom. Yeah, I like it. Man, Canelo's got a chin, but I can definitely see that, look at right there, guys. It's like clipping him right there on the button. Bang, bang. And then Bud is going to counter with an overhand right. Boom, boom. It just grazes the top of his head. Let's put it in fast speed. Boom, boom. It's hard to know what the judges saw, but let's give the judges benefit of doubt that they thought Crawford did land. And I like this for a point for Crawford. I'm going to give it to Crawford. Just because in this exchange, they're at close range. They're both countering each other. And when two guys look off balance, I think that's a significant detail that someone did an error or the other guy got the better of the other. So I want to give Crawford this point here that he was able to clip Canelo there off the top. And we can see the reaction from Canelo, so it kind of justifies it. All right, now, so let's go to Canelo now. I'm not sure if Canelo is hitting Bud's arms or if he actually snuck in one. It looks like he almost snuck in there to the body, but Bud's position is so tight and forward that it's hard for Canelo to really fully extend to where he wants to hit, right? So he may not even hit that, but he hit the arms. But nevertheless, guys, these guys are at close range, and they both get into a clinch here. So we could assume that in this fight sequence, the judges are going to give this one to Canelo as far as the exchange, because he's the one that made it apparent on that body attack. All right, so that's the margin of error right now, guys. So anyways, let's keep it going. I want to give that one to Canelo. It's a nice body shot on the inside and some action. But let's keep it going. Let's not just rely on that shot, obviously. All right, so on this shot, okay, so another infamous left hook to the body. Bang. Again, guys, that looks good. Looks good to the judges. I mean, we see it. We see it. All right, let's go to this one now. Bang. Boom. Again, another graze. Oh, look at Canelo here is overextending with a long hook. Boom. Boom. Yeah, man. I mean, this shot alone rattles Bud's entire physique, and he lands on the ropes. So it kind of looks like sloppy taking that shot. But the point, again, is, guys, that the judges, they like that. Oh, my gosh. Look at this freeze frame, guys. I don't know how the hell Bud could take a shot like that. But right here, Canelo just does a Hail Mary with his right on Bud's gut, man. And jeez. If anything, I would say probably, if they say Canelo has the best chin in boxing, then I would say that Crawford has the best, taking body shots in boxing. Look at this, guys. Boom. All right. Ooh, look at this shot here. Let me go ahead and zoom in. Bam, long range. Doosh. Got lucky there, Bud. Bang. That's like a baby scratch. Barely. I mean, it probably touched Bud about like maybe 15%. And luckily, because Bud was able to retreat on that shot. Boom. Look, and Bud's like, nope. All right, boom. Look at this body shot on the deltoid of Bud's right arm. Bang. Boom. Bang. And I'll say that Canelo is kind of like the master of like body smashing, because he'll go everywhere on your body, and look at that, and then Bud misses there. But it's good for the judges to see this, because if you're having effective aggression and pounding on a guy's body while the other guy's on the flee, well, what does that tell you, guys? It's common sense. That's called ring generalship. Okay, let's see. Boom. Yeah, it's actually a cross to the body. Bang. Look at that. Bang. This is a nice point from Canelo. But, damn, I should actually take a picture of this, man. I should freeze frame it, if I remember, because this is a nice silhouette for like a t-shirt, man. How to attack the body. I might use this one. It's got to get rid of the ref there. Look at that. Boom. Boom. It hits Bud right on the belt line on the side. But aside from it being a very, very nice body attack, look at that position that Canelo's in. At the same time, I like Crawford's defense. Look at that, man. 2 guards up and that lateral movement to get out of that shot. Like rolling with the shot to alleviate it. Believe it or not, sometimes if you hit the impact going in the same or the opposite direction, it kind of sustains the impact of that thudding power. Believe it or not. In that area of the body, I think that's like the near the pelvic bone of Bud. It's not going to hurt as much as if it were to hit clean on like an organ. But nonetheless, man, this evasive move from Crawford is badass. I like this sequence. Let me zoom out so we can see it. Boom. Boom. Yeah, see? And there you go again. Like Bud, whenever he gets hit or he gets hit strong, he's like, I got hit like that before. It's nothing. He shakes his head. So we know that that actually made contact. So in this round, Crawford had a connect rate of 14 shots out of 41, which is about 34% in the Compubox. Bud had 2 jabs, he had 2 left hooks, he had 5 body shots, 1 right cross, 2 left crosses, 1 uppercut, 1 overhand right, and the ring generalship, guys, was about 40%. All right, so that's Bud. Not bad. It's a good round for Bud. And then Canelo, he had a connect rate. I mean, you saw all those power plays that Canelo had. It was 9 out of 21, and that's a connect rate of 42%. Canelo had 1 left hook, 6 body shots, 1 right cross, and 1 overhand right. But his ring generalship, again, because he's the defending champion, he had 60%. All right. If anything, I would say because of such the good moves that they had, maybe, Crawford had better variance in shots, right? More dynamic selection of shots in this round. I would say Canelo had the better thudding, powering shots. But again, if we want to be fair and transparent and admire skill set in the choice of shots, I would say, if anything, this is probably a Bud round. But again, let's remind each other that all the judges, Cheatham, DeLuca, and Weisfeld, they all had this round for Crawford, okay? So remember, guys, so far I actually have Canelo by like 4 or 5 rounds already ending the 6. All right, that's just me out of the Compubox and we've been reviewing through the fight so far. So take that as you will. If I've already got 4 for Canelo, just keep that in mind for the second half that we're going into the fight. All right. So remember, guys, there's always margin of error. There's always preference, and we have to know the Compubox metrics from what we're doing here in this Compu post metrics, which are more true than the live metrics. Take that in consideration. And again, Canelo is the defending undisputed champion who has shown us various styles. All right, so that's good for debate. And let's go on to round 7. All right, guys, so here we are in round 7. And again, we're going to start with Crawford. Boom, right there. I like this shot too. Bud's got some nice strength on the inside. So that's that. I want to give that one shot to Bud. Let's keep it going here. And again, guys, I'm going to review that that Bud in this fight. His one of his selling points, right? One of the selling points from Bud is that jab. So I got to give Bud credit for that. And, well, again, unfortunately, Canelo is a narcissist to want to take shots like this. He doesn't really have to. Once upon a time, he did have better head movement. But, I mean, Crawford's expected not be a strong 168 fighter. So Canelo's kind of like gambling that he's trying to get a particular shot in. But in that process, he is, suffering getting those shots by, those points going to Bud. So that's his fault. And what does he rattle? Yeah, he rattles one of Canelo's guards. And again, that power is so impactful that Canelo loses a bit of footing here. Boom. And that looks good to the judges, guys. So that's that right there. And then he's going to follow up again with the same, left hook shot. Boom. And it kind of staggers Canelo to the side to lose, his feet off balance. And it doesn't matter if that's not hurting Canelo. It's just it looks good to the judges. It looks good to Bud's favor. And we as fans, we like this. We want to see Bud taking a commitment to taking daring shots, right? Even on the inside at this close range. Let's go to this shot here. Another jab from Crawford. All right. Let's give that one to Bud. Nice jab. Let's keep it going. Bang. Right there. It's a nice shot from Bud. Nice jab from Bud. So let's keep it going. Oh, I like this. I like this infamous uppercut from Bud. And luckily, Canelo's waist movement, that he's able to kind of lean back, pull back that shot to alleviate the impact. But he definitely got caught there from Bud. I think he did. I don't know how fast Canelo was in the evade. Let me play it in full speed. You guys tell me. Did Canelo evade it? I want to give this one to Bud because it looks good and that margin of error to the judges, it might seem like he did tag Canelo. So let's give that one to Crawford right there. See, even that shot right there. I think I just had it a second ago. It's kind of hard with these artifacts. But let's keep it going. So we gave that one. The next one, Bud's going to follow up with a right cross. Boom. Look at that right there. So he did a semi uppercut down the pipe, and then he follows up with a right cross. Boom, right there, and he tags Canelo. So that 1-2 sequence, guys, looks good to us. It looks good to the judges. Let's keep it going. It's kind of like a sloppy, very inside uppercut from Bud that left. It's kind of like a semi hook uppercut. Boom, but he tags Canelo right there. He kind of scratches his left eye. Bang, right there. Again, guys, this looks good to the judges, even though they go into a tangle there. But Bud gets the better selection of shots in that exchange, so he hits him right there, and then he's gonna follow up again with the right hand. Boom, right on Canelo's ear. So let's play this in full. Boom, boom. Yeah, I like this slapping hook from Crawford on Canelo's left arm. Bang, bang, bang. Douche. It's a good shot from Crawford. I want to give Crawford that because I like body shots, guys. Just like we give Canelo all the credit from hitting the arms and the shoulders. We all know that. But judges give Canelo those points. And fans don't complain about it. So at the same time, we got to be fair and give that also to Bud. Bang, slaps that. Let's keep it going. Nice body jab from Crawford. Nice body shot. Boom. Down the pipe. Boom. Let's see it in full speed. Boom. I like that. So keep it going. Another one. He follows it up again. Boom. Down the pipe. Look at that. Canelo parries it a bit. that wouldn't matter because Crawford already contacted. Look at Canelo's body. Look at his posture. He's able to twitch back. Good stuff from Crawford. Let's keep it going, guys. Another body shot from Bud. Boom. Right down the pipe. Boom. Bang. Bang. I like that. There we go. Again, to the body. To the body. Let's keep it going. The next shot here. Look at that. Again. Crawford dedicates a shot down the pipe. Bang. Look at that. Bang. Did he touch Canelo? It's hard to know, right? I think so. I want to give that to Bud. I trust Bud's speed. It's just fast. Look at, even in slow-mo, he's able to catch Canelo there. So boom, right there. So that's a nice shot from Bud. Let's keep it going, guys. Look at that. He's able to sneak another jab down the pipe. Bang. In between that guard. All right. And again, guys, Canelo can make a lot of simple adjustments in the rematch for this. I mean, it's these guys kind of made like textbook signature moves that in a rematch they could easily adjust and capitalize. So hopefully both do their homework well. Man, I would love to be in their corners, man. I would give me the insiders on how to do what, man. Let's go to the next one from Bud. Boom, look at that. Another nice body jab from Crawford. Bang. Boom. Boom. Crawford's like, if you don't want to reach, then I'll teach. So there, let's keep it going. That's a nice jab from Bud. Still gets through the guard, but that's what I like about Crawford is that he is dedicated and he's confident that he can land that jab all night. And he does. Boom. Look at that. Boom. So let's keep it. Last one from Crawford here. Another jab. Look at that. As Canelo kind of leaps in. Boom. I'm sure that one hurt, man, because I know Bud's got some... He's got some thick-ass knuckles, man. He does his own wrapping. I've seen his hand wraps before, man. They look tight, man. They look thick as hell. So, anyways, the one that's paying is Canelo in this last shot, too, on the nose. Bam, look at that nice jab. Boom. All right, so that's that for Bud. Now let's go to Canelo. Damn, so this is a nice overhand, kind of like the way we started round one, right? So Canelo was banking on... I wouldn't say precise shots on Crawford's head, but again, to overextend and lunge on these overhands, bang. He's going to rattle Bud. Let's see. Boom, right there. Boom. Now, guys, to the judges and what we see in real time, you can see kind of Bud's body shake a bit on that impact, so it is a thudding blow. Canelo is trying to assert and start his ring generalship strong. So let's see. Here's a nice jab from Canelo with his left. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Very good stuff. And the thing that's apparent in this fight, obviously, because maybe Canelo, I'm not saying maybe, but Canelo has the bigger back muscle, so the impact of even jabs, you can see Bud's body move differently on when he gets hit than when Canelo gets hit by a jab. But that's more so because Bud focuses on speed and evasion on that jab, whereas Canelo wants it more of a hard, thudding jab, the kind of the way Golovkin would throw jabs. And as you saw before, that's when Bud's head or his body moves every time Canelo lands a jab. So let's go to this one here. It's a nice body shot from Canelo. Bang. Now it's on the back, of course. It's really good technique and defense from Bud because he can see it coming. He knows how to pivot or side his body to a different direction. But again, guys, the margin of error, the vantage point, it's hard to know how the judges are seeing it or where they're sitting, right? That's a general body shot, and that looks good for the judges, so we got to give that one to Canelo. Bang, right there. Crawford doesn't like it, and he pushes Canelo. Again, guys, the judges see this reaction. And then, boom, Canelo lands another right hand. Boom, another right close right hook. Boom. Let's see, where does he land it? I think it's on Crawford's, it's like on his neck and deltoid. But look at the impact. It's going to have Bud move back. Boom, look at that. So two good shots from Crawford there. Bang, bang. It's a nice follow-up. And then here, boom, right there. Boom. Is Crawford going to come up with a follow-up? Yeah, he does, as usual, but he misses that. But bang. Okay, so like an overhand right. It's going to attack his deltoid or his arm. Boom. That's what's funny, man, is Canelo, he likes to bank on the idea that he can hurt guys like Callum Smith and Bivol, and that the same thing would happen to a Terence Crawford. And believe it or not, Terence Crawford, the difference is that he can take the power too, and he's responsible on stepping back when he takes those shots. So like right here, boom, look at that impact so strong that we got Bud moving back. And of course, the judges see that it's effective, so they're going to give that overhand to Canelo regardless. Bang. All right, it's good, effective, offensive aggression by Canelo, again, who's a defending champion. And the judges like it, and we got to keep it going. So here's the next one. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let's keep it going here. So Canelo, he's able to rattle the whole guard. And he has, Bud's gloves, is able to make himself jab himself. Boom, look at that. Boom. So that impact alone on that cross, the judges like it. Boom, look at that. It pushes Bud back. The judges are going to give that a point to Canelo. It's just common sense here. Let me go ahead to the next one. Look at that. Bang. Boom. This is classic Canelo techniques. Boom. That's a nice shot. Let's go to the next shot. And then, Canelo's going to follow up again with the right. I like this sequence that Canelo's done in this fight. He goes with the left and he follows up with a right. Bang. So we go boom, bang. And then he's going to make Crawford miss. Boom. And again, guys, this looks good to the judges. All right, so this shot here. Boom, another wailing shot. Look at that. It like sinks Bud's body completely in. Again, he's attacking the deltoid neck area, but bah. Look at that. Bah, look at that power. Just shifting the whole body. We know Bud's going to follow up with a left, but he's going to miss there. But that makes Canelo look good. The judges like it. He attacks the body strong, and then he makes Bud miss on that counter, man. It's good stuff from Canelo. Boom, yeah, another left, overhand left. Yeah, it even lands on Crawford's kind of like, again, neck and deltoid area. Look at that. Boom. Boom. It even shifts Bud's body a bit to the left, man. Look at that power, man. That's some power right there. Bang. Bang. Look at that. Boom. Crawford barely misses there, but bang right there. Let's do a quick recap. So Bud, he landed 20 of 50. He had 7 jabs, 3 left hooks, 1 right hook, 7 body shots, 1 right cross, and 1 uppercut, right? And Bud's ring generalship was about 30 to 35%. Okay, just keep that in mind, guys. All right, so again, Bud, 20 out of 50, 40% Compubox. Now, Canelo had 13 of 26 for a 50% Compubox. Canelo had 1 jab, 9 body shots from Canelo, 1 right cross, and 2 overhands with a ring generalship of about 70%, guys. You see the margin of error between judges. That's why the master scorecard sheet and what we see with the Compubox and how we do post analysis, it makes a difference on how we view the fight transparently as fans and not so much what the broadcast said. Because I'm telling you guys, the broadcast really jars the vision of perspective, the discretion from how we're supposed to judge the fight and score it. Okay, so just keep those variables in mind. All right, guys, so here we go. We're going to start round 8. And in the first shot, actually, Bud, he sets up his right hand here to deliver this blow to the body. I like it. Boom, look at this kind of like, it's like a semi-sided uppercut cross down the pipe on Canelo's gut. Bang, right there, look at it. 1, 2, 3. So, body shot, right hook to the body, boom, right there. And then another one right to the body down the pipe, man. Beautiful shot sequence from Crawford, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, round 8, we got that. So, we got a nice 3 shots. Let's go to this shot right here from Crawford. So again, Crawford sneaks in that jab. Bang, right there. Boom. These guys, this is funny because Crawford, his back leg is on, or his front right leg is behind the back leg of Canelo's left, right? So Canelo trips. At the same time, Bud lands a nice body shot with his right. Boom, right there. Look at that. Boom. And he gets Canelo in an awkward position right there, just physically. He puts him in an awkward position, and it's a good shot. And then Crawford's going to follow up with another one. Boom, look at that body shot down the center from Crawford, man. Really nice uppercut down the center. Bang. So we got a 1, 2. 1, 2, boom. Nice combination from Crawford. Very nice. You can see that Bud landed on Canelo with a nice little poking jab to the gut. Boom, right there. And then a nice classic jab from Crawford here at long range. Boom, right there. Look at that. Bang. Nice jab to the body. Boom. And then Crawford, I think, follows up with a jab up top. Look at that. So body up top. Boom. Body up top. Bang. Another cross from Crawford down the middle. Boom with a left. Bang. Look at that. Boom. So anyways, let's go to Crawford here. Boom. A nice jab from Crawford. Bang. So Canelo's going to do an overhand right, but then Crawford's going to retaliate. Boom, look at that body shot right there. Bang. So you can see, boom. I want to give that one to Crawford. I think what happened here, because you see Crawford's both of his gloves are right here, right? It's like one. The left is overlooping or underneath yeah, it's overlooping the right hand, which is a guard. It's at guard range right now. But to get to that, I think what Crawford tried to do is he tried to throw a cross down the pipe right here. Boom. And either hit Canelo or Canelo smothered it with his chest as he went in. And that's why Crawford's glove now overlaps the other. You see that tangle? Boom. But I want to give this to Crawford because I want to say that it did land. Boom. And luckily, Crawford didn't hurt himself in that exchange by boom, like hurting the wrist. Boom. And they actually both attack each other. So I think when it comes to Canelo's turn, I'm going to land that one also. But this was nice stuff from Crawford. I want to give this shot to Crawford also. Let's keep it going here. Again, I like close range inside fighting. Judges like it, so we got to credit the guys for doing that. All right, so here's another jab from Crawford. He's able to sneak it in. Boom. Bang. All right. Let's keep it going here, guys. Got two more from Crawford. All right, so here they're clinched together. But usually when these two clinch, I'm going to see some trading. So Crawford looks like he's trying to sneak in an uppercut on Canelo. Boom. Boom. And I want we can't see it, or maybe we can. Like, look at see like Bud right here. His glove is touching Canelo's face. So yeah, he definitely caught him, and I knew I got that because on all these keyframes and timestamps that I got, I made sure by zooming in to make sure that the shots touched. And you know, when you're working with these editing programs, sometimes the frames they're out of order. So I tried my best. But boom, that's a nice uppercut on the inside on a clinch from Crawford. Nice jab from Crawford down the pipe. Boom, look at that. Bang, boom, bang. Round 8, Canelo. Boom. So right here, let me zoom in. Okay, so Canelo's going to throw like an overhand right. Boom, right on the, more on top of the deltoid this time, but on Crawford's neck. And in real life, guys, these type of shots, I mean, they're dangerous, man. You could really hurt a guy. You could maybe even fracture like a collarbone, depending on where you're taking the shot. But damn, we got to give Crawford credit, man, taking a shot like this. And look at his dog in him that he wants to fire back when Canelo rockets that. Boom, Canelo makes a miss. But this is a really, really beautiful, sweet science sequence from both of these two. Boom, counter, bam. Look at this defense on the back. Man, this stuff is too good. So I'm telling you guys, I really love this fight. And what do we know? Another body shot from Canelo. Okay, keep it going. And then another body shot from Canelo on the inside at closer range. Bang, bang. Nice overhand left. Bang, right there from Canelo. So Canelo right here is going to set up like a 1-2. He's going to fake with the left here. He's going to overextend with the left, but he's going to go down the pipe with that cross right on the gut, man. Another one of Canelo's best body shots in the game. I think you saw it earlier. We said it also about like an overextended cross down the pipe. Bang. Boom. Look at that. Look at it. Bud's whole body like shifts. Looks like he almost jumped in the air, man. Look at this, man. Bud is jumping in the air. Boom. For that evasiveness. And I think it's going to hit. Yeah, see, Bud's going to shake his head. So that we know that one contacted him. Bang. Man, shout out to Bud, man. He definitely has a strong gut, man. Jeez. All right, boom. So here we go. Ooh, this is another nice, like, sneaky right cross. Bam. Look at that. Boom. Right on Bud's socket right there on his right eye socket. Boom. The head ricochets back. Bang. Boom. Right there. Good stuff from Canelo, man. Let's keep it going here. Bang. There's another body shot here from Canelo on the inside. Again, judges like this. If guys are going to get tangled up on the inside, then you at least got to fire back. And judges like that stuff. So, boom. Bang. He hits to the left. That's another. Again, that's when Crawford had retaliated with that short little jab to the gut. All right, yeah. So Canelo's going to attack the body right here. Bang. Boom. Crawford tries with that guard because Crawford is always worried about the top. But Canelo's worried more about downstairs or in the middle of the body. To the body. Bang. Right there. Bang. Another nice body shot. Again, guys, look at this bladed stance body attack, man. Learn this, guys, man. It took me a while to learn these things too. And that's why you got to learn how to have variance in the gym. You know, stretch out your athleticism. That's how you get these type of technique shots. Bang. But look at that. That definitely hit Crawford. They got a little tangled there with the feet. Crawford lost his balance, but still, that's a nice body shot. Bang. Look at that. Bang. All right, let's keep it going, guys. All right. Kind of looks like he's landing kind of like a semi uppercut here. Let's see what it is. Bang, yeah. So he's gonna do a rising uppercut. This is good movement from Canelo too. This is the type of Canelo that we should have had from the get go. This type of head movement and lurking. So he's gonna go bang right there on Crawford's. I think it's on the left ear, just barely hitting the left ear. Boom. But Crawford goes in the retreat, and then Canelo follows up right there with a left. Look at that. He goes 1, 2 to set it up, and then bang, another strong right hand on Crawford's guard right there. You see that? And again, guys, this looks good to the judges, man, because Crawford's taking these blows and he's on the retreat. Boom, boom, boom. So that's already ring generalship. Look at that. We know that hit because Crawford shakes his head. So that's one thing that he's a victim of his own circumstance. Like usually when Crawford gets tagged, he likes to not acknowledge it by either laughing at the opponent, shaking his head, or sticking out his tongue because he knows he's in the heat of the fight, which is good. I like that. These are nice signature moves from athletes or from elites. And you get that in almost every sport. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, good stuff from Canelo. Let's keep it going here. Bang. Boom. Okay, so Canelo's trying to sneak attack on the top. Like on Bud's ear, if anything. Bang. Bang. Okay, anyways, that looks good to the judges. They're trying to get out of the clinch. The referee hasn't separated them yet. Boom. Canelo does it again. Boom. On the deltoid. Bang. Look at that shot, man. You can see Bud's body shifts. But at the same time, Crawford can take the shots. I like it. Nevertheless, there are points. There are points, and that's why this fight is really hard to score, guys. And that's it. So that's all the power punches from Canelo. Let me see, where am I here? So let's review, guys. Round 8. So round 8, guys, Crawford had a connect rate of 17 out of 30, all right, for 56%, all right, Compubox. Bud had 5 jabs. He had 10 body shots, 1 right cross, 1 left cross. And ring generalship, again, guys, 35%. So Canelo is 13 out of 20 shots for a connect rate of 65% Compubox. Canelo lands 1 left hook, 8 body shots, 2 right crosses, 1 uppercut, and 1 overhand right. The judges, let's see, Cheatham gave that round to Canelo. Max Saluka gave that round to Canelo. And lo and behold, Steve Weisfeld gave that round to Canelo. So therefore, you see, guys, how I'm giving the empiricals on all these shots, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. And you should see that it should be consistent with how the judges see it. And if the judges don't see it that way in some rounds that I'm doing it, then you got to ask yourselves, what did the judges favor in that round when we have empiricals and Compubox? And that's when I think politics come into play, guys. All right, guys, let's keep it going here. So now we're in round 9. So we're doing our homework. Let's keep it going here. So Crawford's first shot, boom. Poor defense from Canelo, but bam, he lands right there. Let's keep it going. And then Crawford follows up kind of with a sloppy uppercut, but we don't count that one. The one we're going to count is bang, right here. This nice looping overhand by Crawford with his left, bang. You can see he catches Canelo barely as Canelo does his pullback, but again, that looks good. So we got 1, 2, and then Crawford's going to follow up again with the right. Bang. Look at that nice body shot right there. Bang, right there. I want to say it landed. Yeah, I want to give that one to Crawford. Bang, right there. So we got a 1, 2, 3. Boom. A nice 3-piece combination. Not the most effective as far as hurt, but again, it looks good. It's the graceful art of boxing, and the judges like it, so let's give that to Crawford. Then right here, again, Crawford on the evasive distance. Really good range that Crawford is controlling right here. Boom, he hits Canelo on the back of the head. A nice loose rabbit punch from long range. But again, guys, that's Canelo's fault for lunging in with that poor type of stance right there. He's trying to get that left hook. That leaping left. Boom, and then Crawford catches him. So right now we got 4 nice shots from Crawford. Bang. Nice uppercut from Crawford. Kind of like a probing jab. Not really a lot of strength in that, but I like it. Bang, right there to the body. Bang. I like it. I like because Crawford has kind of like a cross uppercut. Bang. You know? He has a long stance, widespread stance, and he's able to, keep that composure or all the weight. Boom, and he lands that nice like semi uppercut. And again, Crawford lands another kind of like rising left hook uppercut on Canelo's right ear. Bang, right there. Bang. And then Crawford's going to follow up with that right there. Bang, right there. So we got a 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, and then Bam, another uppercut right there. So that's a three-piece. Boom, boom, boom. Good stuff from Crawford. Let's see it again. Boom, boom, boom. Some really, really good stuff from Crawford just in the first early 15 seconds. And I remember this round because Crawford did start off very nice and strong just in the early, 30 seconds. But then it's going to dip out as the round progresses. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. This is another nice three-piece from Bud. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let's keep it going here, guys. Let's keep it going. Nice jab. Bang. Boom. All right. Boom. Right on the button. Boom. Nice jab from Crawford. Right there. Bang. Canelo tries to parry it. A little too late, but it's a bang. Bang. Another body shot from Crawford. This is a nice Crawford move. He goes down and then up. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Bam. Another nice jab from Crawford. Bang. Right there. Look at that. Good stuff. Bam. And it hit his deltoid, but then it bounces towards his head. But again, guys, this looks good for Crawford. Canelo's in a bad position. He's just look at the way his body is, So these kind of like sloppy poses doesn't look too good, to be honest with you, even though, Canelo's always trying to go forward. So it's hard for him to balance out, being out of range on the defense, but being, in range on the offense. So it's kind of funny that Canelo is he's a victim of his own circumstance. Again, guys, being the pressure fighter, this is what you get. So let's keep it going, guys. So right here, Crawford lands a nice left hook. Check it out. Bang, right there. Bang. Yeah. See, the first one, he sets it up with like a jab shot, and he probes his guard. Boom. Bang. Beautiful. Boom. Beautiful work by Crawford, man. Very, very good stuff. That speed. That speed at 168, guys. I'm a bit skeptic. But it is what it is, man. I think he hits his guard, but again, this sloppy movement from Canelo, the judges, they won't like that. Or maybe they do, I don't know. I mean, they've seen enough fights of Canelo where he does take shots like that. So let's see. Oh, nice shot on Canelo's, I guess, neck right there. Yeah, bang. I like this fight, man. This whole fight, these two are just smashing each other's necks, man, in the deltoid area. But I want to get that. You guys know me. I love body shots, and that's fighting, guys. Unexpected fighting from two master technicians. You're going to get stuff like this. So, bang, right there, right on Canelo's neck, deltoid area. Okay, nice jab from Crawford. Bang. Bang, right there. Bang. I like that. All right. Last but not least, one more to go. All right. Nice body shot from Crawford. Look at that. Bang, right there. Bang. And again, Canelo tries to parry it, but not fast enough to parry it off for Crawford to get that point. Boom. All right. Good stuff from Crawford. Okay, so now let's go to Mr. Alvarez. Bang. Right there. Body shot. Boom. Yeah. Within 1 second, Canelo does kind of like a 1-2. Boom. Boom. Right there. Boom. And the judges see that, and Canelo's gonna kind of dip out, but he does get touched by this like semi uppercut from Crawford that we already reviewed. Boom. Boom. Okay. Not the best, but it's landed, and they're inside. And this is where Crawford landed a nice, what was that, like a 3 or 4 piece beforehand? Bang. Okay, and then Canelo follows up. Boom, with a nice overhand right. Bang, right there. Again, on the neck. Boom, and it just shatters Crawford out of balance position. Look at that. Bang. To the judges, they like that. That's a pure power punch, man, to the body. Boom. So Canelo kind of redeemed himself in that trade. I wouldn't say completely overruled that combination from Crawford, but again, this is a fight, guys, and there's still a lot of time to go. There's only 15 seconds so far, and we see good stuff from both guys. One throwing combinations, the other one throwing power shots like that. Bam. Infamous shot on the shoulders. Boom. Bang, right there. Rattles Crawford out of position. Bang. Bang, right there. Bang. And I guess, actually, it's more of like a fake follow-up. It's like a 1-2 to follow up to this shot. Bang, right there. Boom, boom. And then Crawford just kind of, he's not, I wouldn't say out of balance, but that power definitely has Crawford always on the move back foot. And again, guys, to the judges, that looks good, man. That's power placement. Boom, boom. Another nice body shot from Canelo right here. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Boom. Good stuff. Good body stuff from both of these guys, even though they're in the clinch. The judges love it. We like it. It's a fight. All right, here we go. Another body shot from Canelo Alvarez. Bang. 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 Boom. Ducks under on that counter. Boom. But the judges like it. Boom. Okay. So guys, I want you guys to focus here. This is like the turning point of the Compubox and all this analytics in my breakdown. This shot right here in round 9, guys. This round and this shot is where Crawford got hurt. I'll explain it here too. This follow-up right hook, bam! Look at let's see where it hit Crawford, because even before I was zooming in, I knew this shot kind of buckled Crawford, and you'll see it, what they call the stanky leg. But yeah, look at this shot right here, guys. So this glove is probably hitting Crawford right on the lower end of the cheekbone and the jaw, like bang! Look at the impact. I'm gonna go back. Bang, right there. Boom, boom. And what happens? Look at right here. Crawford stumbles. Look at that. Look at it. His feet get wobbly. I'm going to play it fast for you guys for a second, just so you can see it. Focus on Crawford's feet right here when he takes that shot. Bang. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Boom. Boom. So Crawford felt this, man. This is a shot that really buckled him. It had him like the shaky, stanky leg, I want to call. But bang. And then Canelo follows up with this shot. Boom, right there. Look at that. Boom, right on Crawford's chin again. While he's like semi-hurt, and Crawford has great poker defense. He was able to take that, for the time being. He knows it. And guess what happens now? I believe Crawford's going to go on the evasion right here. Let me press play here. So we had this. We had bang, bang right there. And that, look at that. Canelo imposes another one. Boom, right there on Crawford's guard. Let me zoom in there, guys. Bang, look at that. Bang. So Canelo smashes through his guard, and it also clips Crawford right there on the left side of the cheek. Bang. So Crawford knows he's in trouble right here, my guys. Look at that. Look at that power, that placement. It pushes Crawford's complete body composure. It even throws him back. Boom. So Crawford knows he's kind of in trouble in this sequence, guys. Look at boom, boom. He's going back. And I'll play it regular so you guys can see. Crawford knows. Man, it's great stuff from these two, man. This is another classic goal. Boom. That's a nice body shot from Canelo. We can't really see it from this vantage point, just for the cameraman. Bang, right there. Boom. Boom. Nice point. A nice cross. Quick cross. Let's keep it going, guys. Look at this body shot from Canelo right here. Bang, right there. Boom. Bang. Bang. Let's go to this one right here, guys. Damn, look at this overhand right. This mean overhand right. Again, similar to the first one we saw in round 1, in which Ward himself said it was a badass shot. Boom, right there. Boom. And again, guys, in this round, if I'm not mistaken, Canelo has like 80% ring generalship in this round, man. That's a crazy pressure ratio. We got 80-20, or even if you want to say 70-30, man, that's still too much. But Canelo is definitely owning this round. But let's see. Bang, right there. Bang. Bang, sneaks that in. Really good stuff from Canelo. Boom. There. Bang. Boom. Good stuff from Crawford and Canelo. In that sequence, more of the ownership was on Crawford, so you don't really see that quick. He clips Crawford again. Bang. Right on that right ear. Boom. Boom. And it has him staggering onto the ropes on that evasion flea. Again, guys, to the judges, this is real ring generalship, man. He's imposing the attack. So again, that's why this fight could be completely swing round theory. It depends on what you prefer. But again, Canelo is the undisputed champion, guys. It's the challenger evading. So why does the benefit of doubt go to evasion when the champion, undisputed champion, already has 9 defenses? And you know what? Unfortunately, with fans, because they have ulterior motives, they don't like context and they don't like circumstance. They don't like to apply it. Whatever, each of their own. We don't care about the fans of today. This video is also a primer for future practitioners, those that really love the sport. So just watch and learn, and then learn about the politics of our times today. Canelo has a nice, overextended jab. Bang, look at that. Boom. Bang, 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 right on Crawford. All right, let's keep it going here. He's like setting it up, but he catches Crawford here with kind of like a lazy jab to follow up with a 1-2. So bang, boom, right there. Let's see where it lands. Boom. Okay, so right there on Crawford's guard. I want to say a 1-2, but I'd rather it just be a 1, just because he's trying to set it up. And again, guys, the judges like these things. Bang, right there. Boom, boom. All right. And then Crawford goes on the complete evasion. That doesn't look too good, guys. Remember, that kind of does Crawford a disservice. You don't want to do that. All right, so let's go to this shot here. They get tangled up again, and Canelo hits a body shot with the left. Bang, right there. Boom. Canelo's going to follow up with a right. Bang, right there on Crawford's guard, but it shatters, or I should say it moves his head. Boom, right there. Bang, it's going to look good. And that's about it, guys. So that was all round 9 from both of these guys. A really, really good round. I thought this round, that's where Crawford got lucky. I think he definitely got hurt. But let's go over the stats there. So Crawford landed 27 out of 51, which is a 53 connect rate right on the Compubox. Crawford had 6 jabs, 7 left hooks, 4 right hooks, 6 body shots, 2 left crosses, and 2 uppercuts with a ring generalship of 20%. Very poor ring generalship from Crawford. Or maybe we can give Crawford 25%. But as far as Canelo had 26 out of 38 with a connect rate of 68% Compubox. Forget the margin of error for real time. So Canelo landed 4 jabs, 1 left hook, 2 right hooks, 11 body shots, guys. 11 body shots, 4 right crosses, 3 overhand rights, 1 straight right, and the ring generalship, guys, was 80%. So let's see which judges gave round 9 to Canelo. Round 9, the only guy that gave that to Canelo was Max DeLuca. So Max DeLuca gave, look at Max DeLuca right now, his frequency is rounds 8 and 9 for Canelo, and I kind of see it because Canelo also has to put more pressure with body shots. And then we'll get to the later rounds, right? The championship rounds where we know Bud did way better. But again, guys, look at it, that way better versus everything that we've covered so far. That's why we need to take in consideration why I felt this Netflix broadcast was a bit pro or too biased to Team USA. All right, guys, so now we're going to start round 10, starting off with Crawford. So Bud's going to sneak in a jab. Boom, right there. You can see it. A nice left cross from Crawford down the pipe on the body. Boom. Boom, right there. Boom. Very poor guard from Canelo. The speed from Crawford in this fight was very amazing. Crawford's going to load up with a left. Boom. Then he's going to follow up with a right. Boom. Right? So in these 2 instances, he's trying to like rattle Canelo's guard, which is good because Crawford knows that's going to look good towards the judges. And that's Canelo's fault if he wants to stay on the inside at close range and just covering up like that. It does Canelo a disservice. So boom, boom, and then bang right there. Look at that. Nice. He ends it up with a jab on that sequence, man. That's interesting, right? So 2 follow-up like hooks, left, right, and then he finishes with a jab out. I like that. So Crawford's kind of like load up with a left uppercut or like a left hook uppercut. Bang right there on Canelo's neck again. This is battle of the necks in this fight, man. I like that. These two are really committed to hitting the neck. Bang. Bang right there. Looks good to the judges. Then Crawford's going to follow up. Boom with a right. Boom. I like that. You see? It's hard to know how clean that was because we know Canelo's exaggerating rolls with shots, but I want to give this one to Crawford, obviously. So this is a nice one, too. So bang, bang right there. Good stuff from Crawford. Yeah, there you go. Boom, boom. Nice jab from Crawford. Bang right there. It's like a sidewinder uppercut down the pipe, but it's not going upper. It's going, how do we call this? A middle cut? Bang right there. Boom. Nice stuff from Crawford. Nice body attack. Okay, I mean, it's debatable if that landed because Canelo is also on the pullback with his legs. But I want to say Crawford is actually hitting his chest, and I want to give him credit for that. Boom, right there on his shoulder. He hits his like lower deltoid shoulder. To the judges, that may seem like an effective punch. That punch put him out of place. Whatever the scenario is, I still want to give this one to Crawford. He definitely rattles his guard, and it looks like he just barely scratched Canelo's left eye there. Bang. Bang, right there. It's good stuff from Crawford. And then Crawford's going to follow up with a looping left. Bang, looping overhand right here. Bang, right on Canelo's guard. And again, that power is always shifting Canelo out of balance. So boom, boom. I like that. I'm going to give that to Crawford. Again, it looks the judges take that in consideration. Okay, so it's a sneaky jab down the pipe. It's like a jab cross. Bang, right there. Look at boom, right there. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Does he miss? No, I think he catches Canelo. Bang, look at it. He catches Canelo with that body shot. So let me go ahead and make a marker there. That's that. And then I also want to count this guy here. Bang. I want to count that too. So this is a nice 4-piece sequence, guys. It's good. So he's going to set up that left here to set up this right. Bang. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. He ends with a body shot, guys. So now let's go to Canelo. Bang. Good body shot. Good bladed stance from Canelo. Let's keep it going, guys. Nice jab from Canelo here. Bang. Let's go to this shot here. Yeah. Yeah, this is like an overextended straight right. I think it's going to rattle Bud's guard. Bang. And it gets Bud moving. Boom, to the back. Bang. Yeah, so the judges like that, man. That's a really good effective aggression from Canelo to get Crawford to switch to a different part of the ring. And then let's go this one here. Another overhand right. Bang. If anything, you know, it definitely shatters one of Bud's gloves downward on that guard. I don't think it really hurts Crawford, but again, Crawford can't be lazy in that type of stance there because that's only going to make Canelo look good in that situation for the judges. Boom, right there. Canelo tucks under. He's waiting for a counter, but there's no counter there. So let's keep it going here. It's like a rising left hook. Bang, right there. Bang, bang, right there. Bang. It's kind of like a slap hook. Bang, but whatever. The judges saw it. Boom. Look at that nice body shot. Yeah, let's see. Where does he jar Crawford? Is it on the arms or to the body? Bang, yeah. Boom. Okay, so Canelo hits again Crawford's deltoid. Bang, right there. Bang. Bang. And he's able to make Crawford miss against the judges. They like those kind of, situations where one guy is being offensively sound and then he just dips out defensively, like in this case. Boom, boom. Yeah, so the judges, that looks good, actually. That looks really good. Boom, right there. Look at that. Good shot from Canelo, left hook there. Bang. And I'm surprised Crawford was able to take that shot. Bang. Another body shot from Canelo. Bang, right there. Bang. Boom. Look at that. That's a nice sneaking right cross. Bang. Boom, boom. Crawford's got a chin. All right. Let's keep it going here. Oh, my gosh. We got a lot more to go. A lot more from Canelo. Looks like Canelo's going to do a rising uppercut here. Bang. And look, I don't know where he shatters a part of Crawford's glove. Bang, right there. Bang. He lands. But looks like right here, Crawford maybe has his left guard on top of his head, I believe. But it's still a nice body shot. Crawford's completely out of position. The judges see it. The judges see Canelo imposing the ring generalship right there. So they're going to give that little point position to Canelo. Bang, right there. And then Crawford tries to go in a clinch after that. So, yeah, I mean, that doesn't help Crawford in that situation because that can be interpreted that he got hurt by that shot. I think this is going to be another body shot. Yeah, it's right there. You can see Canelo's glove here on the side of Crawford's waist, upper waist. Bang, right there. Bang, nice body shot. Bang. Canelo tries to follow up with a 1-2, but he misses. I mean, he at least hits his arms, but again, in this 1-2 combination, it's going to look good towards the judges. Bang, bang. All right, so let's keep it going here, guys. All right, here we go. Another body shot, smashing the arms of Crawford. Bang, right there. Bang. Bang, right there. Look at that. Nice shot. Bang. Okay. And again, Crawford's on the evasion. The judges know that. They're going to give that sequence to Canelo right there. So then this shot here, again, Canelo is attacking the body. Boom. He's going to hit the upper deltoid of Crawford. Maybe even hit him on the head right there. Because depending if you think this is the glove right here, and in time, if it's going to hit Crawford on the braids there. Bang. Look at, so we know, look at this right here. The glove's around here or over there. It's definitely hitting Crawford, but who knows how effective. Bang, and it ricochets off. Bang, body shot with the left. Bang, right here. Bang. Then Canelo's going to follow up with another right on Crawford's body. Bang, bang. Bang, bang on the ropes. The judges see it. Let's keep going. But bang, right there. He's going to follow up with another one. Bang, right there. So some good body work on the inside from Canelo Alvarez, even though they're on the clinch, and I like that. It's great to see that from two elites like this. It's better than just clinching and then having the ref separate, because that's not in the repertoire of Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. All right, guys, so to recap round 10, we had Crawford with a connect rate of 16 out of 39, right, for 41%. We got 5 jabs, 4 left hooks, 1 right hook, 3 body shots, 1 right cross, 1 left cross, 1 straight right. And as far as ring generalship, we have Crawford with 30% in this 10th round. Whereas Canelo, he has 17, one shot more than Crawford in this fight, 17 out of 25 with a connect rate of 68%. And as we saw, there's a lot of body work in this round. So we had one jab, two left hooks, 9 body shots, one uppercut, 2 overhands, and 2 straight rights. And Canelo's ring generalship, right, the pattern was 70% in this round. So again, the undisputed champion is applying the ring generalship pressure, and we should give him credit for that, all right? So let's see. And then round 10, let's see, the judges gave, Cheatham gave round 10 to Canelo. DeLuca gave round 10 to Crawford, and then round 10 again by Steve Weisfield to Canelo Alvarez. My goodness, this is going to be an interesting one, guys. So I hope you guys see the transparency from this Compubox. All right. So far, as we're going now into the championship rounds, I want you guys to notice that there's a lot of mistakes done by the Netflix broadcast team because they did this fight a huge disservice, and in my opinion, this should have been no less than a draw. So let's keep it going, guys. Round 11 is coming. We are closing on the championship rounds, and so again, let's start with Crawford. Start off the bat. So boom, right here, Crawford lands a nice close short uppercut with his left. Bang, right there. Some good stuff from Crawford. Hard to see exactly where it landed, if it was on the shoulders, but I want to give this one as a full clean body shot from Crawford. Bang, right there. And then Crawford's going to follow up right here with a nice, like, short, evasive right check hook on Canelo's upper head right here. Bang. Right there on the temple. Bang. Boom. Good stuff from Crawford on the evasive back foot. That's a nice body shot from Crawford. And then Crawford's going to throw a nice jab right there. And a nice jab there from Crawford. Crawford's going to do another left cross on Canelo. Boom. Boom, boom. This is the art of switch hitting, guys. So you can do like leads of jabs, but then follow up with the cross. Bang, right there, sneak. Canelo wasn't expecting that quickness of a changeup in switch hitting, man. So that's the good stuff from Crawford. And then this shot right here, boom, another jab from Crawford. So look at this. Crawford's going to go jab, cross, jab. Boom, boom, boom. Really good stuff from Crawford. And he's look at the footwork in doing that. All right. So jab, cross, jab. Good stuff from Crawford. And then even tucks in under defense in the upcoming counter from Canelo. Right here is a nice body shot from Crawford. Bang, right there. Bang. Another nice body shot from Crawford. Bang, right there. Boom. It's a nice short right hook from Crawford on Canelo. Bang, right there. Crawford sneaks in a cross. Bang, right there. Boom. Boom. And this shot right here. Boom, right here on Canelo's eye socket. Bang, right there. Boom. Just like scratches it. Boom. Scratches the surface. Boom, right there. It's good stuff from Crawford. Crawford's going to come up with an uppercut. Bang, right there. Boom. And then right here, he's going to follow up with a shot, kind of like over Canelo's, towards his temple, but Canelo blocks it with his glove or with his guard. Boom, right there. And then Crawford follows up with a body shot or to the body right there. Nice jab to the body, down the pipe. And then Crawford's going to follow up with another one here. Boom, right there. Again, right there on semi-chin, kind of like neck area. Here's another uppercut from Crawford on Canelo's temple. Bang, right there. Boom. Then right here. Boom, a nice cross from Crawford down the pipe. So he does uppercut, boom, and then crosses, boom, right on the chin, and then follows with a body shot, bang, right there, and then follows up with another cross, bang, right there. What a beautiful sequence from Crawford. Bang, 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 right there, man. Good stuff from Crawford. So body shot, uppercut, boom, right there. He misses with that, but that was a nice exchange from Crawford. Bam, it's another like check hook pretty much. Boom, boom. And Canelo kind of like loses balance there. Again, to the judges, that looks good. In this shot right here, Crawford goes to the body. Boom. Canelo tries to parry it, but it's too late. Boom. Then we're going to follow up to the top. Bang, right there with a jab. So we got body shot, boom, and then jab. Boom. Good stuff from Crawford. Bang, look at that. Actually, let me see. Okay, so I'm actually getting confused here because this is actually a good shot from Canelo, but at the same time, Crawford is actually landing a counter right hook. Look at this. So Crawford's going to land a right hook here. Boom, right there. Boom, right on Canelo. They both stagger. They both canceled each other out in that exchange. Boom, but it's a good connect from Crawford. Look at even Crawford. Look at his mouth right there. He knows he felt that shot, and he's loving the moment. I think they both are. So let's go to this shot here. Another nice body shot from Crawford. Bam, down the pipe. Boom, boom, right there. Good stuff from Crawford. Let's keep it going here. All right. So it looks like this is going to be a combination sequence just by the markers that I have here. So let's see. It's going to be he's going to set up that right, then he's going to follow up with a left to the body. Boom, right there. This is going to follow up with another body shot. Boom, with the right. And then he's going to follow up with a cross up top. Bang. Nice stuff from Crawford right there. Look at that. Good combination. So boom, boom, bang right there. Nice jab from Crawford on the evasion. Bang. Bang right there. Boom. Boom. Crawford does land a body shot right there. Then he's going to follow up with an overhand looping right to Canelo's ear in this exchange. And then finally, another body shot with Crawford's left. So let me zoom in and do it slow for you guys. So it's going to go boom, boom, boom right there. Again, he's going to go to the middle, uppercut to the body. Then he's going to do a follow-up, looping towards Canelo's temple on the top. And he's going to follow up with a cross down the pipe. These are nice Crawford moves throughout this fight. Nice combinations from Crawford. Now let's go to Canelo. So Canelo in this first round right here. Canelo in the first round, he's going to land a mean body shot. Bang, right there. Look at that. Bang, to start off the fight. Bang, right there. Good stuff from Canelo. Look at that. Just sneaks it in. Bang, bang, bang. Good stuff. Dips in under. Then Canelo's going to follow up with a body shot right there. Boom, look at that. Bang. Left to the body. Bang, right there. And Crawford's kind of like trying to tangle up, trying to smother the distance. But Canelo right now in the first 5 seconds of the fight landed some meaningful shots. So bang, bang, bang. Let's keep it moving, guys. Bang, bang, right there. Good stuff from Canelo. Again, these guys are tangled up, and the judges like this inside brawling. So right here, Canelo's going to land another left hook. Bang. So Crawford lands one, and then Canelo's like, I'm going to see you too with another left hook of mine. Bang, right there. Bang. Good stuff. And then Canelo's going to probably follow up with an overhand right. Boom. Okay. Well, it's more of like a body shot overhand. Bang. So he went boom, bang, right there. And again, Crawford loses the step. He goes off balance from those power blow exchanges. The judges like it. So anyways, we'll give those two to Canelo. And then right here, Canelo's also going to attack the body. Bang, right on the arm. Boom, right there. Let's keep it going, guys. Look at it, man. The round is fresh. We're only at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Man. There's a lot to go. So boom, boom, right there. And that's what we're expecting the guys to free up in a clinch, right? That's how you got to free each other out. If they can't do it diplomatically and accordingly, then might as well brawl it out accordingly because it's a fight, man. All right, so let's go to this shot here. Ooh, another nice body shot from Canelo, man. This is nice. Look at this. But this is a good sequence. Bang, bang, right there from Canelo. Bang. Good body work from Canelo Alvarez. Here's another one. Bang, right here's another body shot from Canelo. As you can see, it hits the side of Crawford's arm. Remember, these are the championship rounds, so the judges know that they're going to brawl it out more. As far as effectiveness and the touch rate, I don't think the judges care so much about that. It's more about who's going to own the rounds in the ring generalship in the championship rounds. So let's see another one right here. Bang, bang. All right, so here's another one. Oh, yeah, this is the shot that actually hurt Crawford. Crawford's got to be careful when he's tucking down. Maybe that might be a secret weapon for Canelo in the rematch, but when sometimes Crawford is ducking down in southpaw mode as Canelo's wailing like an overhand or a right hook, Crawford's got to be very careful because, again, guys, in round 9, that's the round that Crawford actually got buzzed, stung for a second. And I can see in this shot here, it almost happened again. Look at bang right there. Boom, and then I was going to follow up with a left hook to the body. Boom, right there. So bang, boom, right there. It's a nice two-piece from Canelo. Then Canelo's going to follow up again. Bang, with another one on the arms. See, the thing is that Canelo thinks it's another Callum Smith or like a Bivol type of fight where he can just get points by smashing the arms. Yeah, maybe, but I think at this day, at this rate, man, I don't think really judges or really analysts, they don't really care so much about Canelo's success doing that at 168. But I think it should be accounted for because context matters. And again, Canelo is the reigning undisputed champion at 168. He has 9 defensives, so he doesn't need to prove. He should have the freedom and liberalism to fight any style he wants for the fans, and in this case, smashing the arms, man. So let's go to the next one here. It's a nice body shot from Canelo Alvarez. Bang, bang, right there. Boom. Look at this looping overhand on Crawford's forehead. Let me zoom in on there. Bang, right there. Look at that. Bang. Kind of like a Golovkin shot. Bang. This anchor shot down the pipe. Boom, boom. It's a good shot from Canelo. Bang. Not the most effective as far as precision, but the judges see it, and as far as their vantage point, it's hard for them to know if Canelo's glove actually landed clean on top of Crawford. And, you know, that power, the impact is so strong that Crawford does himself a disservice, kind of getting out of range balance there, and he has to, I guess, clinch. They both clinch. Anyways, keep it going here. Ooh, so this is a nice rising uppercut from Canelo Alvarez. You guys remember this 1-2 piece. So he's going to do like a middle one, boom, uppercut, and then come up with that cross. Bang, down the pipe. Bang, bang, down the pipe. Bang, another nice body shot from Canelo. Boom, from long distance. Bang, bang. So one thing we can assess in this whole fight is that Canelo is very dedicated to attack the body, and Terence Bud Crawford was very dedicated to do combinations in some of the best 4 rounds that he had. You know, doesn't mean he won out of some of those nice combination rounds, but that's what he was committed to. He did better than a lot of other opponents in Canelo since who? I guess Lara or Mayweather, probably. Well, no, I would say Triple G, but different style, of course, because Crawford is more of a athletic slickster than Triple G. But I think Triple G and Crawford both balance each other out as far as skill and the cerebralness of dogfighting. So bang right here on the top, a looping left, boom on Crawford's guard, boom, boom, and then he's gonna follow up with a cross, I think, or a body shot. What is this shot? Oh no, it's a 2-lefter. Boom, and then boom right there, boom, 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 and then a cross. Whatever. So let's say out of this 3-piece here, Canelo probably just landed effectively on the second one. But anyways, the judges like it. Crawford's on the defensive spree there. So round 11, Crawford had 34 out of 59 for a 58% connect rate. Crawford had 4 jabs, 2 left hooks, 12 body shots, 1 right cross, 5 left crosses, 4 uppercuts, and ring generalship, Crawford again had 35%. And then Canelo had a connect rate of 24 out of 36 with 66%. All right, Canelo had 2 left hooks. He had 17 body shots, guys. Let me repeat that. Canelo Alvarez in the 11th round had 17 body shots. And you guys tell me that the commentary in a lot of these rounds, they really appreciate Canelo with those body shot metrics? You tell me, did Ward say much about it? You guys let me know. But right now we have 1 right cross from Canelo, 1 uppercut. He's got 2 overhand rights, and then he's got 1 straight hand down the pipe. So Canelo's ring generalship was 65%, guys. So 65% versus Crawford's 35%. I mean, again, guys, it's still Canelo is the guy controlling the ring. Crawford is the one with the nice combinations, but Canelo has the overall badass power punches and body shots. Again, guys, 17 body shots in this round by Canelo Alvarez. And let's see obviously, all the judges, they gave round 11 to Crawford. If anything, they probably did it for the combinations, but as far as the Compubox transparency and metrics, it could have been a swing round either way, guys. All right, again, taking consideration ring generalship and who's the defending champion, right? The defending champion has to chase the challenger around. I find that funny. All right, guys, so this is the last and final round of round 12. Let's start off with Crawford. So, boom, Crawford leaps in with a jab there. So, Crawford's going to go left cross, right cross. He lands, by the way, in these. Boom, boom, and then a looping overhand left. Boom, on Canelo's guard, and then he's going to do another one with his right. Okay, so the right one he misses, but on the follow-up cross right here, on the straight, bam. What a beautiful sequence from Crawford. So bang, 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 bang. Right there. A nice 4-piece from Terence Crawford. Again, great work. Yeah, an overextended hook. Kind of rattles Canelo off balance there for a bit. boom. Okay, keep it going. So bang, 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 bang. That's a beautiful four-piece. Boom, 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 boom. It's a nice kind of like a right check hook from Crawford. That's Canelo's going in on him. Bang, right there. Boom. Look at that. A nice counter cross. Boom, from Terrence Crawford. Bang, right there. Bam, another cross from Crawford down the pipe. Boom, bang, bang, right there. Let me zoom in more so you guys can see that, how he connects. Bang, right there. Look at that. Bang, right there. Good stuff from Crawford. Nice overhand by Crawford. He kind of like fakes an uppercut coming in with his left, but then he's going to do that overhand. Bang, bang. Boom. It looks good to the judges. It looks good to me. Boom, let's go. All right, so right here, Crawford's going to sneak in a jab. Bang, bang, right there. Bang. Crawford kind of does a looping hook right here. Bang, right there. He's catching Canelo somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's on the chin, but it could be on the shoulder too. But he catches him, and then he follows up with a right. Bang, with a slapping right hook. Bang, right there. Bang, bang, right there. This shot right here. Boom, leaping. Bang, right there. Bang. Hard to see from our vantage point, but let's give Crawford that benefit of doubt that he did land. All right, I'm about to see a three-piece combination. Am I right? So let's see. He's going to do a right hook. Then he's going to follow up with an uppercut, and then he's going to do a right hook. Yeah, I like that. The last one doesn't look like it lands cleanly, but I like the sequence, guys. So bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. So Crawford's going to do a leaping jab. Boom, catches Canelo, and then he's going to follow up with a left hook, right? Yeah, it's a left hook. So bang, bang. Ooh, this is a mean left hook from Crawford. Bang, right there. Bang. We don't know if it really caught him clean on the chin or we got him like under the neck by the deltoid area, but bang. Then we're going to follow up. Bang, right there. Crawford's going to follow up again with that left. Kind of, Canelo loses balance in this sequence here. You guys remember this in the last seconds. Then he's going to follow up with another one. Bang, again. And then bang with a right. So I think it's, look at, left, 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 right with a right hook. And I think Canelo's lucky, man, because that shot right here, man, that would knock out a lot of guys if they're not conditioned or if they're not like pit bullers in the ring, man. Most guys would have been knocked out there. So bang, 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 bang. And then the last one, boom, a nice jab from Crawford to finish the fight from his end. Bang, right there, nice jab. So that's Crawford, man. So now let's finish it off with Canelo Alvarez. A left hook, boom, right on his guard. Bang, bang, right there, nice power shot. Bang, right there. Then we go here, a nice shot to the body, as we can see here from Canelo Alvarez. Go to this shot here. Boom, it has like a nice cross on, kind of like on Crawford's chest here. Crawford's on the evasive fleece. So guys, right here, the ring generalship, the judges are going to give him those points, hopefully. But we're not there yet. We know the score, but I'm just making a point here of transparency. So boom, then he's going to follow up again. Bang, right here on a body shot on Crawford. And I think they both got a good exchange because Crawford had that jab. He probably nicked him. But then Canelo also got him with that body shot on the deltoid. Bang, right there. Boom. And let's see the follow-up. Bang, right there. That's a nice two-piece from Canelo. Let's see that. So bang, 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 bang. Okay, it's like a slap left hook. That's actually some pretty good mechanic. Look at the waist movement from Canelo to go from this, and he kind of pivots on a different. Well, he doesn't really pivot, but he switches his body stance to slap this left hook. So bang, bang. Some good stuff from Canelo Alvarez there. Bang, body shot. Bang, right there. Boom. Let's keep it going here. So bang, left hook, boom, shatters the guard, boom. Canelo's going to follow up with a right, boom, down the pipe on his body. He's got him on the ropes, and then he's going to follow up with another left, boom, right there on the head. So that's a nice three-piece combination from Canelo. Bang, 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 right there. Again, guys, look at Crawford's position. He's all tucked under. Maybe the judge is thinking he's a bit in trouble. So anyways, the points go to Canelo in that sequence right there. He's definitely owning him on the ropes. Uppercut to the body, bang, bang. Bang, right there. Bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. He has his whole body shift out of place. Right here, he misses, and then Canelo's going to attack him with that jab. Bang, right there. Bam. He's like, look at this, guys. You reach, I teach. Boom. Bang, 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 bang. Judges see it. Next shot here. Canelo does like an overhand right on Crawford's neck. Bang. Bang, Boom! Look at that! Look at that! That stuff really that triggered Crawford there, man. He's on the back leg. He was like, "Oh man, I didn't like that shot." Boom! Then he extends that jab there. Nice attempt from Crawford, but bang! That's a nice shot from Canelo. Let's keep it going here, guys. Then here, boom! A nice right cross from Canelo. Let me zoom in on that. Bang! Look at Crawford's position, his stance. He's like out of whack. Bam! He's copying the Canelo playbook in this fight, kind of like being out of position that sometimes. Bang, bang, right there. Then this shot here, Canelo's gonna attack Crawford on the deltoid. Let's see. Bang, bang, yeah, right there. Bang, bang. Kind of grazes it. I'll give that one to Canelo. I'll let him slide on that one, but didn't really look like it landed clean. One of those bang right there. And the last two, Canelo kind of does like a left check hook on Crawford, even though Crawford has that nice cross on Canelo's neck area. But bang right there. And then last but not least, this last shot from Canelo on the body. Bang right there. Bang right there. So again, guys, you guys know that the judges gave rounds 12 to Terrence Crawford. They even gave it to Bud. That's debatable, but I don't care too much about that because I love the fight. I love the variances, the angles, the combinations from Crawford, and I like the imposing power shots and the Compubox from Canelo Alvarez being the undisputed champion, defending his lane, having pretty much 65 to 70% ring generalship in the whole fight. So guys, this is debatable. To me personally, it's no less than a draw, man. That's just this. We got to be transparent. So let's go over the Compubox stats, guys. Round 12, Crawford had 32 out of 57 for a 56% connect rate. He had 9 jabs, 7 left hooks, 7 right hooks, 2 left crosses, 1 uppercut, 1 straight left, 1 overhand left, and the ring generalship again, guys, was 40% for Terrence Crawford. Now Canelo landed 26 out of 40 out of 65% connect rate in the Compubox. He had 3 jabs, 5 left hooks, 1 right hook, 10 body shots, 3 right crosses, 1 uppercut, and 3 straight rights. And our ring generalship was 60%, guys. So again, I hope this was a nice primer on the selection of shots. Just to review, for me, again, I thought Canelo did enough in this fight to hold down a draw. Again, Mexican boxing does have a victim of circumstance hood in that they always have to come forward. In this case, context matter, guys. It's not Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda, where Cepeda is the challenger. And of course, Shakur Stevenson gets benefit of doubt, right? Because he's the champion, he's 3-weight division champion. So he gets the benefit of doubt to be more defensively sound in that fight, right? Whereas Canelo is the undisputed guy at 168. He has 9 defenses, right? And look, he already proved the ring generalship. He wants to fight, and the challenger is more on the evasive flee. The challenger had 4 great rounds of combinations, right? But in my opinion, it's really not enough to dethrone the defending champion, and that's what I mean by not enough, that it should have at least been a draw. That way Canelo can keep the belts. But I was happy. Let me know what you guys think as far as this primer in this Bible of Canelo versus Crawford, because we went down every single shot in detail, and I have some follow-up details or follow-up videos on this analysis and my point of view on my political stance and just my opinion and theory in general. But I hope this was a great viewing of boxing for you guys, for you practitioners. Learn from the timing, the mistakes, the distance, the power punching, the combinations, and more than enough, taking risks in the fight, okay? And who you want to be. If you're the champion, if you're the challenger, take all these nuances in consideration. So I'll catch you guys on the next one for Al Cuerpo Boxing to the Body. And I hope you guys like this breakdown. Peace.